Test. Okay. Boop pop. Yo. Yo. My man, what up? Zap, yo. Pizza and ice cream. I like it, man. I like it. Have something I'm trying to accomplish, which I am not able to accomplish. That's life. All right. All right, guys, here's what we got going on today. We've got a pro 1v1 tournament, but before that starts, we're going to run some free-for-all 1v1v1s to get the stream rocking and rolling. We got two of the biggest laggers in the game right now. All right, guys. So here's what we got going on. We got this pro tournament coming up. All these killers coming in here. But before that starts, 1v1v1 free for all action. Yeah, these three. If this game runs without lag, then it'll be clear that lag is literally a completely random thing that doesn't matter because these guys are laggers. Let's see if Snark wants to hang out with us. Oh no, now I'm the lagger. Uh-oh.
What up?
Snark, how you doing, man?
Good. How are you?
Good. You want to hop on in here? You want to hop on in here?
Yeah, I'll join. Let me just fill my water bottle real quick, or you're literally starting right now.
Yeah, but I'll just share it. I can just stream the first one to you.
I'm just gonna prep. Get some
Yeah, I like it.
some.
Hey, we got a long day ahead of us. Don't get. Yeah, we got
Exactly. I need to get comfortable. We're about to party. You know what I mean?
exactly. All right, you grab some water. Okay, guys, here we go. Rock and rolling.
Warning, psychic dominator detected.
I love that. We fire up a free-for-all. I mean, free-for-all is you got 4 players, obviously. Me and 3 other players all have to connect. Osama, Knife, and Abdo. The literally 3 biggest laggers in the game right now. But they joined up right away. They were hungry. I couldn't deny them. And, of course, we are not loading. Yeah. I guess what's you know what's funny? Like I don't play other video games, so I kind of forget. Like in my head, it's kind of like it's like yeah, well, things lag sometimes. But then it's like, wait a second, and then you realize this game is 20 years old. Like it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense.
All right. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yep. All right. We got Snark.
Welcome to the party. What are we doing? What's going on? Why are all the best players in the world here?
We've gathered all of the worst internet connections in Red Alert 2 for some free-for-all.
Nice. Like a second before you launched that, I think Knife's ping was like 5,000.
Yeah, I think that's exactly where we're at. And Osama's not going to load. All right, Zed, you're in. We're going to kick Osama.
The Egyptian bug strikes again. It's okay. We agreed this is all planned to get the suspense going.
Get the people going. Yeah, this was so funny. Like free-for-all action. Knife, Osama, and Abdo all join. So funny. All right, Zed, you're in. Or anyone else. The next person to join can play. Free for all. So here's what we're doing, guys. We got some new 3-player maps brought to you by Poulier. We're running some free for all, $10 to the winner, spicy cash prizes, 1v1v1. Anyone can join. The winner stays in, 2 losers go out. We're just warming things up here. We have a spicy pro tournament coming up right after this. We got 5 players. We got Zed, Abdo, Gunman, Blazer, and Sandstorm playing regular Red Alert 2 right after this. Need 1 player, password 99.
I like that. Some of those names you dropped there, Ivor.
Yeah, it should be good. Yeah, we got some fun ones in here. I'm excited about it. And Zed comes rolling in without a great ping. Okay, Worms Rules. Is Worms Rules the best right now? I think it is probably the best right now.
Yeah,
Oh no.
for these guys, you're gonna have to go either Worms or CNC Net Europe probably, or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume. Or the Germany one.
All right, yeah, let's try let's see. No, now Abdo's not gonna load. Oh my god.
The Egyptian bug.
Okay, all right, someone else join. I can't do it. Sorry, Abdo and Osama. Oh my god. And Abdo's in the tournament today later. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, has anyone? Why? Why do people from Egypt never load? I mean, what are we talking about here? Like, what is this?
I think the pyramids don't really get good reception, you know?
Yeah, blocking things in.
There's
You
li-
know.
They're like cosmic space alien. You know all the conspiracy theories about the pyramids?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Aliens built them and so on.
Is there really nothing that can once it doesn't happen? Is that all you do? Is you just say sorry? There's nothing. It doesn't. I feel like sometimes they hop out and do the thing. Is there no thing to be done? Well, do the thing.
Warning. Psychic
Yeah,
dominator
it's
detected.
Ivor's famous sentence of, if there's this thing you do
Do
that fixes the internet, why
someti-
don't you first do it?
Osama will do that sometimes. He'll be like, "Oh, hold on, let me try the thing." Okay, here you go. Here you go. Here you go. We are loaded up.
Tech building.
Free for all action. 3 killers in here. Oh, I thought wait. That's weird. I have your unit counter on, and it's not on. That's weird, Snark. I have your unit counter's not showing up. Anyway, guys, free for all action here. 1v1v1. We're gonna try to get through. Oh, for fuck's sake!
Oh, come on.
It's you, Snark.
It's not me, it's you.
Really?
No, it is me. It is me. It claims that it is me. That's interesting. 'Cause you can hear me, right?
We're getting it from all sides. Okay, Snark. That's kind of weird though that your unit counter's not working, huh?
Yeah, I just could try to quit the program and relaunch it.
I wonder. Yeah, it's weird because I hadn't closed the. Okay, guys.
All right.
Oof.
Trying to sabotage you, Ivor.
we're
I'm trying to
taking-
sabotage you.
We're taking hits today. It's weird that your Discord didn't get laggy though. That your voice.
No, dude, I think, yeah, sometimes it's my connection to specific players. That's the issue.
Oh my gosh, we got Snark eating a sandwich and lagging. We got the Egyptian bug hitting us from all sides. But what we do have here is a new Polier map. He made us some spicy new 1v1v1 maps. They're Blitz maps, obviously. And the exciting news is the Psychic Dominator has a half timer. So the Psychic Dominator blasts every minute. So you got to grab the Psychic Dominator. That's what it's all about. Got to grab the Psychic Dominator.
That's OP.
That's going to be big. That's going to be big. Yeah, so I wanted to give one spicy incentive for the new 1v1v1s. Yeah, I mean, half the timer, it'll go quick. So whoever can get that Psychic Dominator, but then as soon as you get the Psychic Dominator, the other 2 players are going to collapse on you and try to beat you up. So it's a bit tricky. It's a bit tricky. We'll see.
Yeah, what do you think of Zed's bravery going allied here versus 2 Soviets?
I don't know. I mean, you can spam eagles, I guess. Look, all 3 of these guys sitting in their bases. What is this right now? I guess it's just hard. 1v1v1 is so hard because as soon as someone gets doubled,
As soon as someone leaves their base, they're leaving their flank exposed,
right. And so all 3 players just sitting here. Yeah. Posmer with the sub, Polio with the sub. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Again, guys, this is just a warm up for the real action coming in here. We are going over to a 1v1 regular Red Alert 2 Pro tournament starting off in 20 minutes. So stick around. In the meantime, these 3 guys are going to play some SimCity for us. Play some SimCity.
Yeah. So let's summarize, Ivor. Right? We had the Egyptian bug appear twice. Snark disconnected. Unit counter not working. And then these players decided ahead of time, let's see if we could piss Ivor off more and just chill in our bases the entire time.
Let's play some SimCity. I know on paper, there's just so many. Oh, look at the Desolator and Engineer making a run. Oh, wait. Oh, he already controlled. Oh, nice. Okay, good. The Dominator's going to open things up, though. The Dominator and an Iron Curtain. Abdo's coming for it. All the snipers just dive on the radiation. Terrible idea. Okay. Oh, he kills the Deso. Oh, the flak. Kill the Engineer. Oh, wow. He killed that Engineer literally on the doorstep. Wow, that was incredible timing. He's going to get this Dominator off, and of course, Zed's been the one messing with him. One Dominator is going to blow the entire goddamn base because all the oils are going to pop. I mean, these nutshell bases, the Dominator is going to crack things open.
Oh, for sure. And I'm waiting, since they're playing SimCity, for them to get their second super weapons as well.
Yeah. Maybe we should just let them build multiple, too. Maybe you can build as many nukes as you want. Okay, Zed's going for the heist. fails the heist once again. He knows that Dominator's about to blow his head off. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, Dominator ready. Pretty nasty hit. And look at Knife on the top side just hanging. He's just like, all right, as soon as one person, he's saying, yes, yes, yes. You two go at each other, and when you are weak, I will swoop in. Yeah.
It's a smart strategy.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not a bad one. Now Abdo going to use his IC. Let's see what he does here. Maybe didn't dive on that. Maybe dive on the MCV. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dominator took.
I think I know what this map is missing, Ivor.
What's that?
It's missing the nuke crate in the center, where a crate appears in the center every minute or so, and just gives the player grabs at a nuke. That way, the center control is going to be like much more important because it's an instant nuke. Like as soon as you get the crate, you could launch the nuke right away.
Right, the nuke crate could be big. You know, it's funny because when it's all said and done, all the wacky free-for-all maps we've ever made, when it all comes down to it, Big Betty is the best. You know, like we've never pulled something off quite like Big Betty.
I think you're right. I think we've tried so many things, and for some reason, wasn't it like one of your originals as well?
I know, the Big Betty was so early on too. Okay, so now Knife gonna come in. Yeah, Knife just sitting on the edge, waiting in the wind. I guess, you know, it's funny, you know, sometimes you think, oh, let's give a cash prize because that'll make things spicy. But then it also makes people be like, it's like, hey, Knife, why didn't you do something more fun? It's like, I'm not here for fun. I'm trying to win 10 bucks. I got no time for fun. Fair enough. Okay, now
yeah, I mean,
all right, now I'd like to see Zed and Abdo forget their differences and go destroy Knife. Oh, okay, the Dominator. Oh, Knife's taking hits on the top side here. Zed dove on the MCV. The Dominator hit him.
oh boy. Oh boy. Wait, so who's in the best position right now?
I guess Abdo is the only one left with an MCV. Everyone has a War Factory. All three players have War Factories. Knife has a nuke.
Yeah, but Abdo has the OP Psychic Dominator.
The Psychic Dominator with an MCV and an Iron Curve. You got to think Abdo is going to close this one out because now he can just dominate and take out War Factories. The other thing too is Zed doesn't have an engineer, so he can't counter. He can't counter the Dominator. Oh, Knife's going to go for the Dominator. He's not going to get it though.
Oh.
Oh, so there goes Knife. Oh no, Knife still has another War Factory now. Knife has a Barrack to War Factory, a nuke, and an IC. Hard to say, boys. You gotta think. Oh, Paradrop on the backside almost gets his nuclear reactor.
Wow. How is this still going on? How on earth is this still going on?
The battle's raging, and Zed's chilling. The nuke coming. Nuke's got to go at Abdo. So that's like a little petty, I think, going at Zed there, because he really needed to go at Abdo. I think he wanted to go at Zed because Zed took his MCV, but he should have nuked Abdo. Zed throws everything on Abdo. Oh, and Knife with the IC on Abdo. Okay, but
yeah, that nuke basically secured Abdo's win.
yeah, that Knife. Yeah, Knife fucked that up. He should. You always. I mean, the thing is, you have to have short-term memory in free-for-all. You have to go at the strongest player. You can't keep a grudge. Oh, but Knife just took the Dominator. Knife has a pretty big standing army. Zed still has a War Factory. I would like to see everyone forget about Zed and then see him win from the backside. That'd be kind of funny. Knife
from this position.
Again, guys, stick around. We are running a regular Red Alert 2 Pro 1v1 tournament. We got 5 killers coming up here in about 15 minutes. We're just warming things up, so stick around. The silliness will end here shortly. We got a busy day today. We also got a Blitz 1v1 semifinals and finals. Snark, Lloyd, and Tim playing in that. So lots of action, guys. Stick around. Just warming things up. I think that this Dominator could swing things. I mean, okay, Abdo is about to eat a nuke and a Dominator, you know? And look at Zed throwing his army to protect Knife's Dominator. Is kind of funny.
Well, it's kind of a smart move. He's kind of teaming up with Knife because he knows that's the only way Abdo loses.
Yeah, I like that. Zed's like, hey, I can help. I got a few tanks. What can I do? Okay, MCV dive. Did he use the psychic? Okay, Dominator's about to blow.
Oh my god.
Okay, big Dominator hit. And now a nuke. Still a little bit more time on the nuke. He ults that War Factory, doesn't get it. Abdo's still cranking. I'm not really sure how Abdo had 15 more War Factories than everyone else, but I like it.
Yeah, well, he had MCV the longest, right?
I guess. Yeah, he was just literally building his base an extra 5 minutes. Okay, Zed dives all of his Grizzlies. Look, Knife, I can help. I can help. He takes out a War Factory. You know, I think 1v1v1 is kind of funny. I think earlier on, there's more, you have that slow early on where no one wants to pick a fight. But once it starts, it's kind of funny watching these guys continuously. Oh, he Iron Curtains and saves his last War Factory.
Oh my god.
He saves his last War Factory. Does it matter, though? Here's the problem, Snark. No engineers for Zed or Abdo, which means Knife cannot lose the Psychic Dominator.
Here's the question. Does it take power?
Does the Psychic Dominator take power? Polier, does the Psychic Dominator take power? I think it does. Yeah.
Oh, that would be the solution, right? You have to make Knife go low power. Get that nuke reactor, and that's it. No super weapons at all.
Ah, and there goes Abdo's last War Factory. And you gotta think that's about it. Zed has a War Factory left. Wait, if Zed... Is there any way Zed wins this? Oh, Abdo's about to drone all of Zed's army.
Oh my god.
The Iron... Okay, wow.
The grudges. The grudges.
That was actually... That was pretty entertaining.
It's interesting. It's interesting, the decision making. It's like you said, on the one hand, it's like, oh my god, he wrecked me. I would have won if that guy hadn't backstabbed me. And then you're like, yeah, but if you go all in on him, you're gonna lose. And he's gonna lose. And you're letting the third player win. So is it better, like, is it like, do I hate the other guy enough to, you know, make myself lose so that he loses as well? I don't know.
It's funny because in the moment, you know, you're like, I don't even care if I lose. I want to go at him, you know? And then all of a sudden a minute later, you're like, wait, I take it back. Don't nuke me. I want to be your buddy. Who else we got? Someone join in. Someone join in. Who's here? Anyone? Preferably people who don't have terrible internet connections, but I'll take anyone. I'll take anyone. We got about 10 minutes, guys. 10 minutes, guys.
10 minutes. That's like 1, maybe 2 more games if we run it quickly. Anybody, honestly, anyone has a chance. Like, anyone here can be completely underestimated. It's like if a noob joins now, no one's going to target them.
True.
The pros are going to go at each other. Then all of a sudden, the noob is like, well, I've been sitting here making tanks for the past 20 minutes, so haha.
Come, Password 99. Someone join the fun. You guys coming up right after this. Pro Fight Club coming up right after this. 5 killers, regular Red Alert 2. Going to be a spicy one. Some Blitz 1v1 coming up after that. So we got a long day ahead of us. We need one more player. Wow, these guys are scared, Snark. No one wants it. No one wants to mess with it. Understandable.
I'll play. I'm down.
No, Snark. Okay, fine. I mean, I guess we'll give it 30 more seconds. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Yes, we got a rando. Oh, definitely a Smurf. Who is Zangief? We have no... This could be anyone. This could be Woody. It could be Woody. It could be Woody.
This could literally be Woody.
Okay, oh wait, Polier, we have Polier made 4 1v. Dude, Polier is like a genie. Befriending Polier is like having a genie. You wake up in the middle of the night, you say, hey, Polier, I just had a dream about a 1v1v1 Blitz tournament. He said, oh, great, me too. Here's 5 maps in real time. That's how Polier works.
It's like, it's like you wanna invent a random map generator, but you don't need to because you got Polier.
We have Polier. We have a map generator.
Yeah. What would we do without Polier, man?
We'd be playing Heck Freezes Over.
Literally. Literally be playing Heck Freezes Over again and again and again, just like they used to do in the Westwood games. All right, let's see if I disconnect again, huh? That could be fun, Ivor.
Oh yeah, you didn't even. Oh yeah, you were watching with a delay, like with the noobs last time. Okay. Laggers assemble.
I was trying to commentate your reactions and pretend I know what's going on.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, you actually do an amazing job being on a 5-second delay and keeping up. It's kind of incredible. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. So another Poulier map coming at you guys. Oh, these oils. Oh, he delayed the pre-cap.
Delayed the capture so that you capture them as soon as your MCV deploys. That's why it's as if.
Right. Genie. All right, guys, here we go. We are warming up the stream here before we get into the regular Red Alert 2 Pro 1v1 tournament for the day. We're running a little free-for-all action, 1v1v1. We have a random person in orange on the top side. I don't know who it is. Could be anyone. Could be Latov. Could be Woody. Bottom right here, we got Osama. And bottom left, we have Knife. Knife just won the last game, taking home $10. We're doing $10 prizes, guys, to kick off these new maps. All these maps brought to you by the master map maker, Poulier. So this one, similar kind of thing. Remember, guys, the Psychic Dominator, half the timer. It only takes about a minute to blast that Psychic Dominator. We saw that be very decisive in the last game. But on this map, there's also Naval. A lot of ways to play it, Snark. What do you think?
Yeah, no, it's very interesting. The Naval, if someone rushes like a Dreadnought real quickly, that could be very problematic for the person who decides to camp. And obviously the Psychic Dominator, a camp breaker. Now, these are very defensible positions. You put up some bunkers as Soviet, you put some infantry as Allied, and you're going to be chill. You're going to be fine. But yeah, Naval, Sneaky Kirov, aircrafts for Allied, and obviously this very menacing Psychic Dominator right in the center of the map.
Yeah, and I like these exposed forward oils. You know, on that last map we saw players. On this one, you're right. Their main base is more campable, but there's some blood in the pit to go at, which I kind of like. You see Osama already going here, cleaning up an oil, and clearly trying to go at that Psychic Dominator. But Knife going Naval, settling in on the hill with his snipers, and gonna go Naval.
Yeah, this is a very interesting opening, and remember how we mentioned like a noob could come in and he will be completely ignored? Well, that's exactly what we're seeing happening right now. Orange is just chilling and building. He's got Desos, he's got tanks, he's good, you know. And Osama and Knife have been added just a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Stay out of harm's way early on. Yeah, like you said, this map, definitely your base is pretty defendable early. It's gonna be a battle of It's going to be a battle of navies for sure. Yeah, look, the bunker's coming up for orange. Yeah, it looks like probably a newer player. I like it. No one's taken the Dominator yet. Again, the Dominator, I think, is ultimately the offensive tool that's going to win the game, but it also puts a target on your back. As soon as you get it, you know, the other two are going to come at you.
Yeah, that's a good point. I feel like a new crate is just more enticing. It's like, all I got to do is get in there and grab it. You know, just get in there and grab the crate. Oh, the first Dreadnought we were talking about. Oh, God, Osama. Oh. I don't know if Osama has bad blood with Knife or what is going on here, but he has just been targeting Knife hardcore. And, the lab goes down as well. Now he's trying to kill the Dreadnoughts with his aircraft carrier. The AFC is going to go down as well. Knife is down to bare bones, Ivor.
Oh, yeah, the Dreadnought doing work. Okay, he does counter it with the aircraft carrier, but look at Osama's base here. Okay, now it's up to orange here to put a little backside pressure on Osama. But Osama's settling in. Look at his camp. The Tesla coils, the bunkers. He's got an IC. Double naval yard. Yep.
He's chilling, and Osama's going to go in here to finish off Knife. What is it going to cost him? That's my question. How many ticks is he going to have left after this? Orange looks like he's going to join the fray. What's going on?
Oh, come on, Orange. That was your chance, buddy. You got to go for the backside. He needed to try to expose Osama now. But Osama's camping nice. Orange has an iron curtain. I don't think he can afford... Orange should have taken the Dominator, man. Orange should have taken the Dominator. You know, the problem is, it's not about, you know, people think, oh, I don't know the build. I'm a new player. I don't know the build. I don't have the speed. You don't have the confidence. You got to think like a lion, even if you're a gazelle. You got to be thinking, what can I do? Don't come in here to drop the hammer on purple.
What is he doing? Yeah, let's just go in and kill the noob who just died. I mean, what on earth is going on here?
He's taking blood anywhere you can find it.
Oh my god.
He wants the knockout on Knife.
Oh, dude, poor Knife. I feel
Oh.
so bad for Knife right now. I feel so bad for Knife. It's like get hard targeted by Osama early on and then get doubled because you're already dead.
Okay. Oh, nice. It's a nice IC, but Osama.
What is he doing? Going to the
needs to
base.
go into the
Kill
base.
The
Go at the
Go
oil. Take
in.
the MCV. The oil. That oil could be big. Oil could be big.
He's targeting all 2 more factories.
Oh, the coils stay up though.
Nice.
Okay. Well.
All right. Yeah, I don't know about that. And he doesn't have navies. 2 dreadnoughts are gonna head his direction. The IC's still alive. The MCV's still alive. There are some sea choppers, but I don't know if that's gonna be enough.
I like the ideas. Unfortunately, actually, I didn't love the ideas because still he hasn't taken the Psychic Dominator for God knows what reason. You know what?
He had map control big time. Right?
I mean, there was a moment as soon as Osama went in, if he had grabbed that Dominator, that alone could have swung the game. Grab the Dominator and then just chill. Hold the Dominator, and he could have dominated his way into victory. He could have just dominated Osama relentlessly. But it's always
oh boy! Oh, the MCV! He moves it! He moves it! Is this a
Okay.
pro or a noob? Is this a pro or a noob?
How do you know to move your MCV but don't know to double team the guy?
Oh my
I like
god!
Let's Snark. My favorite is in between games when we're like, "Hey, if you're a new player, come on in. Like, what could it hurt? It's all for fun." And then as soon as a new player's in here, we're just roasting him.
Well, I mean, the moves were. He was kind of asking for it.
He was kind of asking.
Oh, the MCV. The MCV goes down. The lab goes down. No force shield anymore. Can he get the IC? Can he get the IC? Can he get the IC? Yes, he gets the IC. Does lose his elites before getting 2 elites. I mean, yeah, Osama wins this. This is over, Ivor.
Nuke, ICs, Dreadnoughts coming in. Yeah, that's going to be all she wrote. All right, guys, so we are going to be switching over to the regular Red Alert 2 Pro 1v1 tournament. We got some killers today. I'm excited about it. We got Gunman. We got Blazer. Should be spicy.
Battle control
Dude,
terminated.
Gunman, Blazer, Sandstorm, those guys are OG RA2 players, hardcore. Those guys are tough. It's going to be interesting. Osama dominating, very, very nice. Like, love the maps. They're beautiful. Polya does a great job. Only suggestion, Ivor. Only suggestion, new crate instead of the Psychic Dominator.
Maybe the new crate, it just seems a little too crazy, right? Maybe not. Maybe not, because then it's more of King of the Hill, you know? But maybe that's what you want. I mean, it would pull the action. Well, I think
We'll pull the action. You want to have a unit in the center all the time. And, you know, as soon as one player controls the center, the other 2 players are going to try and kick him out. And that's going to force everyone to engage.
Yeah, it's true. I think we could definitely try it. I mean, it kind of does go back to
New crate prostate.
yeah, I mean, it does kind of get back to like what we, like, I mean, Big Betty, similar thing to Big Betty that always worked well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Blazer and
Exactly, Trev. Exactly. If they're not grabbing the crate, they're not crazy enough. And we only want crazy players in here.
yeah, you're right. We should. I think that's a pretty good idea. This was a good experiment though. Okay, so I mean, to be fair, like when honestly that first game with 3 players on a similar level actually did play pretty well. But I think we mix it up. I think the new crate could give a little spice. So we have 5 players. We're playing regular Red Alert 2, and we are playing the Deneath Revisited map here today. Do you know this map, Snark?
No, I don't think I do. Is this a new one?
I think Jalad redid it at some point.
Yes. There used to be a land connection where there's a big lake here now. I see. All right, that's interesting. Less rushing the oil early on. More option for Dread and Kirov. I like it. I don't like the fact that there's only one pathway between the players. But it means it's going to be just a little bit more campy. But yeah, dude, listen. Ever since Jalad and Polya got, Ivor, remember when me and you dared to make maps because they were kind of okay, and now we don't even dare consider it anymore. Not just because of the time consumption, because they would just be shamed by these magical beings called Gelada and Polye.
I know. I mean, it really. I mean, it really is crazy the amount of. It's just crazy where we'd be without a few less people, you know. Well, it's crazy too. I mean, even like the Snark tower defenses. It's so funny, like what that's done. Like the handful of people that have made these like iconic maps and what it's done for the community, so that we're not all stuck playing Heck Freezes Over. It's really amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, again, yeah. For me to make a map is like, yeah, go paint next to Picasso and like, yeah, hope for the best.
Okay, so we got the first game is Abdo and Zed. Zed was surely Zed is here, so
Zed was here, in theory. Yeah, in the meantime, I could tell you about my horrible test I had this morning.
I like the sound of that.
Oh, you do? I knew you were in cahoots with him. Zed is on his way. I love that. Yeah, listen, dude. So the first, like, the system here is a little bit different, but the first test we had, you get 2 chances, right? You could improve your grade, but if you decide to take the second chance, your first grade is erased.
Okay.
Whether you improved it or got it worse. First time around, after grading on a curve, there were 55% people who did not pass the exam. It's a numerical analysis.
Okay.
I did the second chance test today. Listen, I am telling you, this guy went down soul to the devil for impossible questions. I am not kidding, dude. He went down to hell, said to the devil, listen, I hate students, I hate people. Just give me your worst stuff.
And wait, so do you know the score you got on this test?
No, not yet. It was this morning.
What score do you think you got on the test?
Oh, God. I don't want to. I'm just going to pretend it never happened.
Well, then what? You're going to fail this class?
No. I'm going to pass. I'm just not going to be happy with my grade. I'm telling you, dude, I studied for this test 3 weeks in a row. I'm not kidding. I went all out on this. I was crazy. I studied like a madman. Spoke to GPT 24/7, and I don't know where he came up with these questions. It's literally he sold his soul to the devil for these questions. Absolutely insane. Numerical analysis.
Numerical analysis. Okay. Well. Yeah. You know what? Sometimes that can be a good experience. I think the worst test I ever took, I think I got a 12% one time, which is kind of incredible because you think normally you could guess at about 30.
You would hope, right?
Okay, we got Abdo in here. We got Zed in here. We are kicking off the first game here in our round robin Fight Club Pro Red Alert 2. What other words can I say here? Zed and Abdo kicking things off. Then we got Gunman versus Blazer. Then we got Zed versus Sandstorm. So we got 5 different players in here. They're all playing each other once BO1. You guys understand. I don't need to explain this. You get it. Let's run it. Okay.
Let's run it. Chat is so nice today, Ivor. I love chat today. They're being so nice today.
You know, it's Prostate Pirate. Whenever he's in there, everyone's nice. I've noticed. That's the common denominator. Is it going to be a good day? Is Prostate Pirate here? That's how you know.
That's how you know. Okay. All right. I'm actually hyped. I'm not going to lie.
It's going to be actually. We got some new faces in here. Okay, and we're loading. We're loading up the first game. No, couldn't be done. Here we go, boys. Red Alert 2. World Series action coming at you here, professional division, and we have a fun best of 1 round robin Fight Club style tournament here. The first game we got Abdo versus Zed, and then we got 3 other players in here: Luke, Sandstorm, we got Blazer, Luke aka Sandstorm, we got Blazer, and we got Gunman. Some of these names you guys maybe don't recognize. These are all like OG Red Alert 2 players who have been around forever, top level guys, and we're gonna be doing one single map here today, Deneath Revisited. I believe Deneath, I'm pronouncing that correctly. I wanted a smaller map, fast action for Fight Club, but also a map that's playable for both Allied and Soviet. You can see this map with the central structure. The water here kind of delays it a little bit, gives Allied a little bit of room to breathe. There is 1 pre-captured oil to start the game, and that's all we know. Get your predictions in. Type red or yellow in the chat. Oh, it's red and blue. Oh, no. Okay, sorry, guys. Zed is red, Abdo is blue. Which is yellow. So type red or yellow in the chat. I'm not going to explain this. Snark, what do we know, man? What do we know? Talk to me.
What do we know? Well, first of all, I just want to say this is a gorgeous map. Jalad has obviously done it again, as usual. Yeah, so this little strip of water is interesting because, like you said, you wanted something playable for Allied and Soviet. Distance not too big. Soviet can come barreling down the front door. These garrisoned buildings aren't OP for Allied because they are on like one tick from being destroyed. They're half health. So I love it. The air usage here should be amazing. You should be able to use Rocketeers, utilize them, drive the Soviet player a little bit insane. And I love what Abdo is doing. He's like, I'm going to go straight to the center, grab this extra cash, and make Zed think twice about doing anything.
Yeah, the MCV move here from Abdo. I like it. So Abdo is definitely the underdog in this group. You guys maybe seen him recently in Blitz. He's a newer Blitz player, came over from Mental Omega. Strong Blitz player. He won his way to the top pro division in Blitz within a couple months, and now has started playing more regular Red Alert 2 and Yuri's Revenge. And he's a force, but he's definitely the name that people know. He's been around the game, 10 years less than a lot of these guys. He's got a hype tank going. I love that. But I like this. I like Abdo because he's hungry. He's hungry. He's an aggressive player, and it's fun to throw him in here in these best of ones. If you put Abdo versus Zed, best of 10, best of 11, something like that, the player with that extra 10 years of experience is more likely to come ahead. But best of one, Fight Club, anything can happen. Zed with a pair drop on the backside, targeting the oil. I think he's going to get it.
Well, it's very close. He's about to get it. These two GIs. He's out of Sentry Gun. Sentry Gun comes up. Can he get? Oh, he gets the oil. Explodes power plant as well. And that Harrier has been not resting, just getting constant shots on these tanks. Some of them are on half health, quarter health, but Abdo is getting those juicy gems in the center. Now remember, 1 miner on gem equal 2 miners on gold. So his eco is going to be booming as soon as these miners start dumping those gems.
Yeah, and when you look at a small map like this, a map, I went and talked to some Allied players. They said it's definitely viable for Allied. You look at a map, it's defendable, right? You got these buildings that are nice. You're not right. You don't start. You have the water that slows things down, but also there's quite a bit of money here. So yeah, in the mid-late game, Abdo's going to come out way ahead, and the gems are going to catapult him right now. But Zed has money, so he can chill. He doesn't feel like on some maps you run out of ore and you have to aggressively expand.
This parrot drop. Oh, there's a Deso. There's a Deso. I think you can defend it. Deploy the Deso.
Oh!
No. Oh, God.
And yeah.
Why?
Yep. Yeah, that's gonna be a little bit tough there.
He was making an IC. He was making a Dreadnought. Both canceled right away. And yeah, that was kind of Abdo's plan down the drain there. He's gonna have to play catch up now. Tanya coming towards the naval yard and pop.
Oh, the counters and that was very, very nice for Zed. Losing that battle lab was tough. You know what, Snark? Are we playing Yuri's Revenge right now? Is this Yuri's Revenge?
I don't know. If you can make multiple Tanyas, it's not Yuri's Revenge.
I feel like I didn't turn on the Red Alert 2 setting, but so far we can't tell, which is kind of funny. Aircraft carrier out. He's trying to counter with that one sub. It's going to go down. That Tanya naval aircraft carrier.
Oh my God, another Deso dying to a paradrop. It's killing me.
You don't want Desos dying to paradrops, that's for sure.
Yeah, you definitely don't. This aircraft carrier is almost dead. There's like one dolphin there. Oh no, there's several dolphins there. Never mind. Tanya coming in, gonna try and skim the radiation and
takes the naval yard out. Wow. Okay. Okay, now
Zed is such a technical defense player. He is so hard to crack. Like he'll be just offensive enough to slow you down, and he'll look impregnable.
Yeah, and I think Zed, he has a plan, and it is usually that defensive plan, which could be, in some cases, obviously you strike out at some point, and in this game he knew he was going to win this one from the water, and now taking down that MCV. But yeah, the water play here and just playing defensive now with that little MCV move to set himself up, get his economy continuing to roll here, but just really tough when you absolutely lose control of the water and now down an MCV. Iron Curtain for Abdo, though. Crazier things have happened.
Yeah, this IC is going to have to count. I want to see him gearing up a Deso Bomb, and then I want to see a perfect Iron Curtain. If he can wipe out Zed's army with this offensive here, oh no, the aircraft carriers are going to take out these flak tracks. Gonna make the Deso Bomb very difficult. This naval control that Zed has is brilliant.
Yeah. Yeah. Kirov coming, so he's gonna. Yeah, so Abdo gearing up this this big punch here. Oh, but disrupting the Deso bombs is so annoying.
Yeah, that's the plan. This IC had better be worth $1 million. That's all I'm gonna say. Zed is gonna leave the Mirage to defend and send the Grizzlies to threaten, forcing Abdo back. No IC launch. Oh, the Deso! That was huge!
Big Deso takes a ton of Mirages, but he just doesn't have that many Rhinos. He's gonna try to do a little split here. Maybe defend with the top side. IC the. Oh, he's gonna lose that bottom side split.
Here comes, okay, the Grizzlies are going to dive on the IC. Does he IC? He does IC to defend the IC.
IC's the IC. Oh, the Kirov is taken out. Oh, no, the Kirov now going to go down. Yeah, Abdo making, oh, backside paradrop. Abdo making Zed work for it here. I just don't know the winning move for Abdo at this point.
Yeah, he's definitely getting backed into a corner. Zed is chilling at the moment. He's even got a gap generator up, which has got to be annoying. And these two aircraft carriers have just been hell to deal with.
Yeah, it's so tough to.
Oh yeah, this is Yuri's revenge. There's a Boris.
Oh my god. Okay, well, at least they just found out it was Yuri's revenge.
Yeah, I'd say if they don't notice until this point,
yeah, until this point,
doesn't really matter.
But really, the Soviet players should immediately be like, "Hey, I'm building a I have a bunker," because that's how you know. The Soviet player is the first to know.
Yeah, it's true.
We have all sorts of stuff going wrong here, boys. All right. I need to. Okay, I made a few notes there. The money wasn't showing up. We're clearly playing. Yuri's Revenge. Obviously, we're counting that. I mean, it didn't really even change the game. I mean, obviously, you know, but anyway. Okay.
Please tell me my win counts.
I mean, the thing is, in that case, either of those players would have noticed it was Yuri's Revenge. They could have noticed early on, and if it would have, then they could have changed it. But, okay, so
it's the player's fault for not noticing. I mean, come on.
How are we supposed to know until the Boris comes out? All right. Here we go. So I need to. Okay. Oh no, Snark! I can't change my renderer back. Wait, CNC draw. Saving settings. The process cannot access because it's being used in another process. It's interesting.
What? What do you mean? I sent you a screenshot of your previous settings.
I know, but when I change it back to them, it says it can't do it. Okay, we're gonna try to get a unit counter working. Yeah. Okay, so Snark, we changed the renderer to try Snark's thing. It's not Snark. He's saboteur. Okay, so I go to CNC draw.
That's all I've been doing today so far.
All right, saving settings failed. This process cannot access because it is being used by another process.
I say restart the client.
Maybe because let's try. I had quick match open. Let's try this. Okay. All right, guys. Hang in there, boys. We're gonna get this done. Okay, CNC. All right, so what else do we have wrong? The player colors were wrong. It was the wrong game mode. That you couldn't see their money, and the unit counter wasn't working. Maybe we should say what we had right in that game.
Yeah. The players showed up.
Yeah, players showed up. We didn't have lag.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh yeah, I guess. Oh yeah. I guess Zed's GI is being stronger. Anyway, yeah.
I mean, we all know half the chat shows up just to see me sabotaging you anyway, right?
Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay. Wow. Okay.
Mumble. Then you say, I swear too much. Mumble. That's Snark. Exactly. There we go. Mouse Minka with a command. Everybody spam ! Snark. Usually that clears things up. Exactly. How do you say do you say six? Do you say like
6?
Help me out with his name.
How to say the number 6?
No, it's like XIX. He says it's Zix.
All right, Gunman and Blazer, password 99, go time, boys.
All right, Gunman and Blazer. Dude, Gunman is one of my favorite players. You also one of these days have to get him in the booth. He's hard to get in the booth. He doesn't do it, but he has a professional microphone because he's a professional musician and he has a voice of an angel.
Oh, so he's got the quality mic and the quality voice. That's good. That's good to know.
One of these days you're gonna have to get Gunman in here to sing for us. He is amazing.
Gunman versus Blazer, Zed versus Luke coming up next, guys. All right, guys, we're going to snatch a victory from the jaws of defeat here today. We took some hits. We've taken a few hits. I'm not going to lie to you guys. In our Red Alert 2 tournament, we a few things went wrong there. Again, I'm not going to sit here and act like it didn't, but I am going to tell you that with the right level of positivity, we will be able to redeem this stream if Snark lays off the sabotaging just a bit. Okay, Blazer versus Gunman. Gunman on the left, Blazer on the right.
All right, let's fix the names. Let's set the colors. The game mode is launched. Don't forget to set the credits at 100,000 and the starting units at 10. Turn on crates.
Star.
And
Star. Oh yeah, these guys. Okay, now I gotta go spectator.
if I'm gonna be a saboteur, I better.
Well, you know what, Snark? You know what? Hey, I'd like to just say 160 of you guys in the stream, Snark in the booth, 2 players. No one realized that the Red Alert 2 box wasn't checked. What are you guys doing? I'm here to make noise, okay? That's my job. I'm making a ton of noise, as I'm supposed to be doing. Trev and Dave and the Mitch with the subs. Thanks, guys. All right.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Gunman and Blazer. Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah, Blazers from Iran.
Okay. Unit counter. Unit counter not working still. Okay, but the money's working. The colors are right. We're going to take what we can get here. So, kicking off point number 2 here, we got Gunman in red up here on the top left. Blazer in yellow, bottom right. And let's get right into it here. So Gunman and Blazer, yeah, so these are 2 players that have just been around forever, but I never see them on my stream. I feel like they're kind of like the older guys, and they're just kind of like a little bit, they're kind of hard to pin down for events, although they just grind quick match all the time. What do we know, Snark? Talk to me.
Well, both of them very, very powerful allied players. They're very good at using everything at once. You know, the IFVs from one direction and countering the anti-air and the rocketeers and the planes and everything. Both of them very, very good at aggression and defense as allied. I'm expecting a very epic AVA game here. I actually cannot make a prediction. They're both top-notch players. My favorite is Gunman just because I love his play style. Yeah, no, Blazer is no joke at all.
And a little fun fact here, we lost a building in this Red Alert 2 mode. There's 1 building less on this map. So that must be a building that must be a building that's only in Yuri's Revenge. Type red or yellow in the chat, guys. Get your predictions in there. Yeah, you know, Gunman, Blazer, hard to say. Yeah, I don't know enough about him either. It's funny because this is a weird day because we have 4 allied players in here. We have Zed, Sandstorm, Gunman, and Blazer are all allied players, which is kind of funny because they were all messaging me like, oh, you know, the small maps are tough for allied. I'm like, well, good news, you're all allied, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal. I think Abdo, the only Soviet dominant player. 2 Rockies doing a little scouting in here.
Yeah, and they both survived, so that's nice. One of them on like 0 ticks of health, and okay, the Gunman is like bringing the early pressure. He's like, what kind of value can I get super early on? Blazer with the extra miners, but none of them on gems yet. Gunman is the one getting the gems.
Oh, and the Rocky battle, but the IFB there to support. So Gunman needs to be careful here because he's gonna. Wow, look at this pressure from Gunman. Now a pillbox. Surely Gunman cannot make anything out of this. Yeah. Yeah. Wait, not on.
I clicked the pillbox accidentally.
Where are these Grizzlies coming from? And the paradrop as well. Gunman.
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa.
Okay.
What even happened there? Blazer not doing his homework, not getting the gems early on. Gunman getting the gems and bringing the super early pressure. Blazer could just not keep up. Gunman getting in there, microing those Rocketeers, and then going in, microing down the Grizzlies, doing a phenomenal job with super early pressure, taking the win.
Wow. Okay. Well, if anyone's wondering who these guys are, now you know. Well, we know who Gunman is. Blazer's just waking up, man. We just kicked a dragon in the face. He'll be back. Stay tuned for that. Zed and Luke. Sandstorm, Zed and Luke.
Wow, yeah, so Sandstorm, another super, classic RA2 allied god. Absolutely insane here. So this is battles of the allied players, huh? Like you said.
I know it's funny. I didn't even realize. Like normally, like the whole thing is like you have to be careful of the ally. You have to pick a map that's good for allied because there's usually like one allied player. So weird day to day to get basically all of the top allied players from regular Red Alert 2, which is kind of funny. But I
Ah,
think some of these guys, I forget, I actually forgot Blazer was an allied player. Okay, Zed and Luke, aka Sandstorm.
yeah, Sandstorm's Lia Mortal, Luke. Yeah, Sandstorm is his classic OG name, the one everyone knows him by. And yeah, this guy is definitely one of the allied gods in RA2. The only allied gods that are missing here are Frank and Tim,
Yeah, we need the true.
Collective, and yeah.
We need the true OGs. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Tim. Yeah. Oh, and we're gonna see Tim a little bit later today, guys. Stick around for this. We do have Lloyd versus Snark playing some Blitz, and then over to the winner of that playing Tim. How do you feel versus Lloyd, Snark? You think you can take him down?
Dude, piece of cake.
Yeah, love that. And then you'll just wreck Tim as well.
Easy.
Easy.
Easy, dude. I'm winning that bracket.
Love
You're gonna
that.
put me back. You're gonna put me up with Zed and Luke. I'm telling you.
I feel like there was like a few months where you were up there, and then I'm like, all right, let's bump Snark down one, and then he's there. You're kind of an in between, Snark. You're not quite taking down the Jedi, but you're kind of beating up my semi-pro. I don't know what to do with you, Snark. It's tough.
Well, the only reason I do that, is because it's so much more exciting when one of these is I'm going to come around and just wreck Osama, Luke, Marco, Legend, and Quas.
I'd love to see it, buddy. I'm looking forward to it. All right, guys, predictions are up. Type red or yellow in the chat for this one. I got a wheel spin for NG, and I got a wheel spin for Trent and Dave as well. NG, this is your wheel spin. Let's see what you get, buddy. You get nothing. Trent and Dave, this is your wheel spin for getting the prediction right. You get a high five. There you go. You earned a high five. Well earned. Bouth with the sub. I think I got everyone else subs. Thanks for the new followers as well. Thanks for everyone tuning in here. We got 182 people here across YouTube and Twitch. Thanks for joining in, guys. And if you guys just getting here, we got a best of one round robin style fight club tournament. And we got some good action here today so far, and it's going to keep rolling.
First rule of Fight Club is
Fight Club style,
Yeah.
boys. Best of one man standing at the end. We're on here the single map throughout the day. And this is regular Red Alert 2. This game we have Zed in yellow versus Sandstorm, aka Luke, aka Immortal in red bottom side. Both players going allied. It's a day for allied. All right, predictions are in. Snark, who's taking this one home?
Well, Zed has just been looking so dominant. He did a phenomenal job versus Abdo earlier on. But Luke, I'm telling you, Luke is one of the OG allied gods. I mean, he's insane with allied. He's insane in RE2. It's going to be interesting. Obviously, not one of the classic maps. He was more of a classic player. But if I had to bet, I would still go with Zed. He's just been grinding so much.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Sandstorm here because I think Zed's more of a Yuri's Revenge player. He's more of a Blitz player. And Red Alert 2 allied versus allied, like we've talked about before, it's a very interesting kind of rock paper scissors game with the Rockies, the IFVs, the Grizzlies, the Dogs, the GIs. Both players are playing America here, so they're paradrops. And I think juggling all those different things, I'm gonna go with the OG. I'm gonna go with Sandstorm. Let's see what happens. Oh, the gems. You know what? I forgot what you were saying last game. So this is obviously the build you have to do. Get right on those gems.
Absolutely. You're gonna want to build something off of this oil super early on, and your second ref has to be on those gems for sure. You want to grab those up, and it looks like Zed is gonna switch it up. Usually we say he's a very technical defensive player,
Yeah.
but we're seeing a bit of forward aggression here, moving the MCV forward. This is gonna be interesting.
Wow, so Zed putting it right in his face here. Defensive paradrop to hold that zone. Map control as well. That's interesting. You got to think that Zed, everything you know about Zed is going to tell you the same thing every game. He's looking to go naval yard. You got to think. And so securing this middle here and getting a ton of money, just playing defensive, getting his tech up, I would imagine is the move here. I'm not exactly sure what what Sandstorm's counter is going to be for that.
Indeed, indeed. So it's kind of putting, sort of putting Sandstorm on a ticking clock. He's like, well, are you really going to just chill and let Zed gobble up these gems? Now, this does put Zed in a precarious situation because obviously defending anti-air on all fronts, this is really stretching out, and this is exactly what I was expecting to see. The Rocketeers from Sandstorm heading towards the bottom, but a Patriot was queued up.
Perfect Patriot missile, almost a bit of a bait there, and does take 2 Rockies down. You know, in these, a lot of you guys may be used to watching Blitz on my channel where you have infinite money and it's kind of like non-stop insanity. In this, you know, in regular Red Alert 2, it is every single thing you buy is an opportunity cost, and losing even a few Rockies makes a big difference. These little things all count. Nice countering the GIs there on the backside.
Indeed, indeed.
Yeah,
Yeah, so Zed has been able to get these gems. He's already got a gap generator up here. Now that's really annoying for the player. And now he's got an ore purifier as well. Now Sandstorm already got his ore purifier a while back.
Yes.
And ooh, I love it. Love it. Naval Yard.
He gets into the water first. Zed does have that battle lab out. So, oh, he has his battle lab as well. Okay, so what do you go? He's going to go Dolphins first. He wants to immediately counter he wants to keep Zed out of the water. He's going to have I think that's 3 Dolphin advantage. Needs to be careful with his Rockies. I would love to see a oh, he's trying to dive on the, just peels a couple. Does take the Naval Yard though.
He does get the Naval Yard. He's got a nice bunch of GIs here now. Those prisms are going to wreck through those. And there's even a disadvantage with having GI sometimes because the prisms do splash. So if like your GI is in range and then next to your GI there's a prism, it kind of increases the range of the prisms, if you understand what I'm saying.
Oh.
Sandstorm doing a good job of controlling the water.
Yeah, and so Zed there, when Zed's shooting those Dolphins, that's not an auto attack. In order to shoot Dolphins with prism tanks, you have to control click the water. Is that right?
No. Well, if he's control clicking the water, then if there's Dolphins there, it will hit them. But if the Dolphins are exposed by being attacked by another Dolphin, then the prisms will attack it.
Okay. Diving on a couple prism tanks. You know, Sandstorm's getting severely out-rockied here, but the naval advantage, you know, he could get this aircraft carrier on the backside here, go on this left side with it. He wants to keep Zed out of the water though, and again denies the naval yard. This aircraft carrier has to go to work. He's got it now. This is his offensive move here, and now for the first time this game, I think Sandstorm has the pretty good window of opportunity. He's attacking into the gap generator. I'm not sure why he's not attacking the left base. I'm not sure why he's, and now he can. Does he counter the naval yard with the aircraft carriers? That's a lot of Rockies. That's a lot of Rockies.
That is a lot of Rockies, and Zed keeps building naval. You can see now quite a few Dolphins here attacking these ships. It could be that Sandstorm doesn't even have naval left, and these aircraft carriers are in trouble.
Yep.
Zed did do the early move, and then he slipped into his regular role of a technical defense, and he's just executing it perfectly.
Yeah, and I like there, you know, you understood the assignment, you know, that naval yard. There was no, oh, I'll let him have the water. It was, I will continue to fight tooth and nail until I get a leg up in here. And the Rocky advantage just big here for Zed. Gave him some good openings. Forward gap generators for both players now. So both these players kind of have a weird situation in this zone where they can't see each other. Chronosphere for both players. Luke with the Chronosphere advantage here.
He is gonna have the Chronosphere ready first, but these Rocketeer numbers are concerning. I like how Zed's eco is way lower, even though he got all the gems. It means he's spending more money and wisely. And look at these Rocketeers; they could just chill with these IVs, attacking them for a while and just get value.
Yeah,
they don't care.
AVA, it's an interesting game, AVA, because the Allied's anti-air is so bad. Flak is so much better versus Rocketeers than IFVs. The Rocketeers get so strong in these situations, you kind of need to counter the Rockies with the Rockies. Final push here from Zed, gonna put a nail in the coffin.
Indeed, indeed. GG called, and as usual, I'm right and Ivor is wrong. So,
okay, all right. Next game we have Gunman versus Abdo. Gunman versus Abdo. Zed looking tough. Zed looking tough.
Zed looking really tough, and I think that is the move here. How would you counter that, Ivor? That's the question, right? All right, let's say your opponent decides to early move into those gems. right? I think what you've got to do is say, what I'm going to do is full commit air. Wait, is Gunman going to go Soviet? No, all right. I was worried for a second there.
That's like the most excited we're going to see Snark all day. The idea of gunmen going.
It's like, no, but you know, if Gunman's going Soviet, he has a plan. Like, that's one of the things about Gunman. He always has a plan. He never wings it. He's like, I know what I'm going to do. He has these plans. He has these sneaky ideas. He's a very, very thoughtful and strategic player.
Yeah, I love.
Is Abdo going to go random?
Yeah, Abdo going random. Flexing. Okay, here we go. Another one loading up. Hey, we're off to the races, Snark. I feel like we got a few little hiccups out of the way, and now we're chugging right along here. Okay. All right. Okay. Wait, Snark. Wait, Snark? Oh my God. Right. Wait. Did I lose Snark on audio? Wait, that timing was amazing. I literally in real time was like, wow, everything's going so smooth, and then we lost Snark on audio. Wow, that was really, really serendipitous. I'm actually not even upset. That was so serendipitous that it was actually kind of funny. Okay, Abdo, yellow bottom here. I'm gonna put the prediction up. Prediction is up, guys. Type red or yellow. Abdo, the shadow, yellow bottom right here, going against Gunman, allied top left. Gunman, man, that aggression we saw in his last game, you love to see it, and especially on a small map and from an allied player. But Abdo playing Soviet here might be one of the only allied Soviet matches we see throughout the day. Somehow, out of 5 players, we ended up with 4 allied, which just literally never happens. So I know we always get into this, but it's always worth mentioning, because when I first got back into this game a few years ago, the Yuri's Revenge versus Red Alert 2 thing was so bizarre to me. And how the different factions play, and how players, players will only play one and not the other, and say the other one's a joke. With regular Red Alert 2, a lot of people think Yuri's Revenge Allied's more viable because of their new toys and the Battle Fortress and things like that. But a lot of traditional players who are Allied prefer regular Red Alert 2 because of the faster tank build speed, and they believe that it allows them to hang in the game early on with Tier 1 tech, whereas in Yuri's Revenge, the Allied player almost goes immediately over to Mirage tanks. At the top level, you will see Allied players with Grizzlies and Dogs going right at Rhino tanks, and with the right control and the right strategy, they can get the job done. Of course, it is very, very difficult, statistically speaking. There's no argument that nuts and bolts Soviet is stronger in most ways. But in the right hands of an artist like Gunman, Allied can really shine. Grizzlies and Rockies, but the perfect move here. And as a Soviet player, that's exactly what you want to do. Get right in his face, get the sentries out, and start trying to get map control here. Gunman now with just a few Rockies, few Grizzlies. Now you see him pulling back, getting some Dogs in the fight as well. Both players on their gems here, bottom side. And I like how you saw Abdo kind of held up early. You know, he would have loved to get his MCV closer to these gems, but I love that, you know, Gunman even just forcing him to deploy early. But Gunman now going right into those sentry guns.
He's trying to micro down the units, but
wait,
very
you
problematic
can't just
here.
hop back in here and not explain yourself. Where have you been?
All right, so basically what happened was the roof fell
the flak
in,
trap.
a fire started, and there was a flood.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
Well, as long as you have a good excuse.
Yeah, after getting value here, Gunman's gonna have to do a perfect allied defense here. Use those Rocketeers, wear down those Rhinos, and not engage for as long as possible. Abdo's gonna retreat. Elite GI at least.
Elite GI, yeah, and Gunman, the perfect little kite there to get him to go through those buildings and continue the chip damage. But Abdo, I don't think Abdo is really phased by the idea of pulling back for a quick little breather.
I blame Snark.
Yeah, we are definitely blaming Snark. That's no question. And now Abdo going to continue to put the pressure on here. Abdo does need to extract maximum pain right now. I think it's tempting to... You definitely have that feeling of like, oh, I've taken out his army, I'm up. I can just continue to be up. A player like Gunman, we've seen what he can do. When you get up like that, I think you need to get down and get value. And we just saw Abdo did not get value. Gunman's certainly still in this fight. Defensive paradrop in the choke point.
Indeed. And Gunman's Grizzly numbers are back on track as we speak. He's got very nice economy, and the Rocketeers in the bottom with 1 GI trying to get that oil. We'll see if they're able to do that.
How did one... Oh, the rest of the paradrop got wiped out by the sentry, and now Gunman over to Battle Lab and takes out the oil as well. And that's one of those ones, guys, that is something in the Blitz School of Command, Craft, and Conquery kindergarten class. when there's a window of opportunity, go through the window and sack the castle. Do not think that because you're ahead now, you're going to continue to be ahead later. And we saw that right there. Abdo had a massive window of opportunity, and he played it safe. He bounced out, and especially against a player like Gunman, a seasoned vet, you can't allow that to happen. Gunman, he might not have been able to end the game there, but he could have gotten value and put himself further ahead. And now, this is looking like Gunman's game.
Yeah. Well, Gunman's gonna have to defend a very aggressive and scary Soviet pushy with a lot of fodder. He does have the naval yard out, and he does have a few mirages and pillboxes. Is it gonna be enough? There's so much fodder here. This is very problematic for Gunman. He needs that fodder to die. The fodder does finally die.
No!
Abdo is through.
Oh my god, come on, I just called this. Gunman, buddy, I just called this. Oh, the GIs come in. That was a nice GI shift. Wow.
That was huge. That was absolutely huge. Now, the reinforcements keep coming through, and Gunman with no war factory is in a problematic situation. He is going to be able to clean up this offensive. He did lose a miner. He might lose another one. No, he does save it. There's the single vet Rhino tank that's really annoying. And it gets the weak miner, Abdo, with the micro.
Oh,
Gunman
he does
down to 2 miners. Holy moly. He does have an aircraft carrier on the field, but still no war factory. And these Mirage are just throwing themselves away.
He loses them, and now going at the pillboxes, and now Abdo's got a little fire underneath him because of this aircraft carrier forcing his position. Now you see Abdo with a little blood in his mouth, looking hungry and trying to go at him, but there's no counter for this aircraft carrier. He needs to start going at the war factories. Now one flak track comes out. Aircraft carrier out of position. Blunders the aircraft carrier. That was his ace in the hole there. Tons of GIs. These GIs. Oh, he's gonna go into that building. Don't go into those buildings. Oh, the buildings are juiced.
Don't go near those buildings. A single Mirage getting value, but no, Abdo notices it and targets it down. Now there's a lot of GIs. Pillboxes keep coming up. He's down to 3 Grizzlies. The elite Rhino comes out and goes down, but
he countered those GIs so nicely. Wow.
There is just too many. Yeah, even though Abdo did lose his MCV to that aircraft carrier, at the end of the day, he just had too much ego, too many war factories. Gunman, having lost his war factory for a while, was way behind on tanks. And with the GIs, with everything, it was not enough to stop Abdo with amazing micro, killing those miners, leaving Gunman with only 2 miners, wrecking his economy. A beautiful, beautiful show of micro there from Abdo. Gunman, despite his best defensive efforts, did finally lose that game.
That's one of those ones. That's a spicy one, Snark. That was a spicy game. There was some really, really interesting moves in that, and you. I don't know. It's funny, it takes 2 top-level guys going at each other to put themselves in tough positions and then watching the other one recover from it. And both of those guys pulled themselves out of some really nuanced and tough positions. That was a beautifully orchestrated dance by both players.
Indeed. So I love it. Right, Marco comes in, drops in. The only comment he's gonna bring is Snark. Ew. But good thing I've got Mr. Pirate to my defense right away. Do not blaspheme the Lord. I love it. I love this chat today.
We got a good one. There was that while, if you guys recall, where people would be mean in the stream, and then I would just get like really distraught and like break down. And I think most online trolls, they just make noise and no one ever responds. But I just kept engaging with the trolls. Like every time someone would say something, I'd get so tilted and demoralized. I think eventually people were like, let's just leave this fucking guy alone. Like, let's just go somewhere else. This dude gets way too tilted when we're being mean to him. Let's just go somewhere else where people will ignore us. And now it's just PMA in the chat. Everyone's staying positive, Snark. I like it.
Indeed.
All right, do we got this Blazer, Sandstorm, Blazer in yellow. Okay, and then we got I got a wheel spin for Mitch and genetically different. Let's get it going. Oh, you know what I don't have on is no dog engineer kills or multi-engineer. I like having a couple of respectable players in here. There are many top-level players in this community where if you forgot to put that setting, they would be losing and go engineer a building and be like, I've fucked up the setting. And then I'd have to like have a breakdown and be a whole thing. Okay. We're going to wheel spins. We got some wheel spins. Mitch, this wheel spin's for you, buddy. Cross your fingers. You get a gift to spin. Mitch, gift to spin to someone. You can pick anyone in the chat. Tell me who you want to gift it to. Genetically different. This wheel spin's for you. Gift a spin. Both you guys gift spins. I'll probably forget, but try it out. New prediction up here. Type red or yellow in the chat. Now you guys know these guys. I want to see some educated guesses. We got Sandstorm in red, and we got Blazer in yellow topside. Both these guys on one loss, I think. Both these guys on one loss. Allied versus Allied action continuing on. Snark, gun to your head. You're dead if you're wrong. Who's taking home this game?
Luke, it's gonna have to be Sandstorm.
Okay. Okay. AVA, yeah, it's a funny. It's funny. We should have just made this an AVA tournament. It would have been done better on YouTube. YouTube likes to have a theme. If you just say tournament, people don't really get it. I should have been like Allied tournament, but I didn't know everyone was going to show up and be an Allied. Who knew? Snark. Oh, my heart's really racing. We got a lot going on today, man. We got more to come. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm surprised these players still aren't optimized. Look at that first ref from Blazer, for example, right? It's only useful for the gems. You could easily place a ref that is useful for the ore and the gems. In the bottom, same thing with Sandstorm. He puts down the ref that is only useful for the gems when you could have done it built down towards the left more and have it useful for the ore as well. Both players making their AFC right away off the oil to get those juicy gems next to the oil.
And identical Rocketeers out. They're going to go for a high five. Look at that. You go right. That's a cool AVA thing to do. You both build one Rocketeer and you fly them right past each other to give a high five. It's like a gentleman way to start the game. It's like boxers who touch gloves. Yeah, I like that. That's cool. We should make that a thing. Okay.
That absolutely should be a thing. I agree. And all right, a bit of kind of early aggro here from Sandstorm. Both of them onto Grizzlies at the moment. So they're sizing each other up at the moment. Sandstorm is the one who's trying to grab map control here, see what he could get done. It looks like Blazer's going to chill on the defensive position at the moment.
Yeah, no super early MCV move here, but Sandstorm looks like he is setting it up.
Oh, as you say.
Oh, and there we go.
You
MCV move here spinning. For the record, Mitch, who is 4 for 4 on the day, 4 correct predictions, just got a gift to spin, gave it to Fish. Fish got $5. Fish, you're $5 richer. Someone else had a gift to spin, and I think I lost it. But the show goes on here. Okay, so the MCV move here right in his face. Now, Sandstorm, I love this early MCV move here, man. Right in the face. The Rocketeers. Now, look, you're managing the Rocketeer. The IFV. Now, one IFV in this group. If he loses that, he loses his anti-air. I don't think Blazer has an answer at the moment. He's got to go back to the workshop and tinker up a solution for this.
Well, he did control attack some of those gems, so he's trying to make those
he was destroying the enemy gems. Okay, going right at that oil. This is a nice little back door. I like that. It's going to take the AFC with it. That's very devastating. He needs to sell the AFC. Ooh, doesn't get the AFC sell. So,
that's what we spoke about, right? If you're going to stretch yourself out, where is your anti-air going to be? Is it going to be in the center, or is it going to be in the bottom?
Yeah.
It can't be in both places at once.
Yeah, I think that Patriot missile on the backside AVA, because the water features are so fun for Allied because obviously the tanks have to drive around the moon to get to the enemy base, but the Rocketeers are right there, and that counterpunch we've seen all day long, I think a Patriot missile right there is going to be a good investment for these AVA games. Paradrop in the face, so Blazer clearly gearing up a punch here. Big Rocky advantage for Blazer.
Yeah,
no anti-air.
And he has the fodder.
Oh, and a big dog advantage, and no anti-air. Now Sandstorm's Rocketeers are joining the fight, but get gunned down. Rocketeers uncontested, out-tanked. He has map control. Wait, is it?
Yeah, and they're going for the AFC. The airport goes down again, and this is all Blazer all the way. I hate it when you're right, Ivor.
Yeah, wait, did I call for this one for Blazer? I don't think I did.
Well, I said Luke, so I assumed you went the other way around because that's what you always do.
Yeah, I like that. I don't even have to make a prediction. As long as Snark's wrong, I count as being right. I like that setup.
Yeah, wow, Blazer. Listen, and that's what you have to do. You have to notice, right? It's the right window of opportunity. You wait too long, and you know that Luke is going to get all the gems in the center. He's going to be OP. You know his anti-air is spread out, so you start targeting. You go left, you go right. Oh, no anti-air in the bottom. Great. Snipe the oil. Snipe the AFC. Oh, then you go back to the center while your opponent can't make Rocketeers. All of a sudden, you have more Rocketeers than him. Grab the advantage, go in for the kill, and that's exactly what Blazer did. Perfect, taking the opportunity there and just taking it home. Really, really nice out of Blazer.
Yeah, and I think you know that's and there was really a couple really interesting crucial moments there in hindsight to look at. And that moment where Sandstorm pushed middle, and then Blazer, you saw Blazer kind of freaked out, was like, "Oh shit!" But he didn't throw himself into it. He said, "Okay, I don't have enough right now." He went back and gathered up. He did that backdoor hit on the AFC, and a big thing there, you know, it's to go back and kind of go play by play. A big thing was Blazer went and hit Sandstorm's AFC, which put down his Rocky numbers, which then gave Blazer a Rocky advantage in mid. Yeah, very, very well played. Okay, so Zed versus Gunman. Zed versus Gunman.
All right, Zed versus Gunman. This should be an interesting matchup. So far, I think that Zed has reigned supreme. Am I wrong?
I think Zed. So what do we got? Zed undefeated on the day. Gunman 1-1. Yeah, Zed's looking tough. Zed's looking tough. This will be interesting. Kind of Gunman's aggression versus Zed's slower style here.
This is going to be very interesting. And I think what we just saw Blazer doing is exactly the lesson all of these players need to learn. If your opponent goes center, you have to start applying the pressure. He can't be everywhere all the time, all at once. He has spread his base thin, find the weak point, and punch.
Yeah.
And don't wait too long, because by that time your opponent will have gotten all the gems in the center, and he'll be much richer than you.
Yeah, once the player goes mid, you have to apply some counter pressure. You can't sit back against it. XIX, you go to wheel spin, buddy. Correct prediction. Gift a spin. We're gifting spins, man. It's a community effort around here. I like that. Let me know who you're giving it to, XIX. Okay, so now Gunman in red, Zed in yellow. And again, guys, we got the battle of the turtle versus the... What's the animal for aggression, Snark?
I don't know, is it a snake?
Snake? I think snakes are more of like a delayed turtle because they coil and then strike. Depends on the kind of snake. Maybe what's like the most aggressive animal, like unprovoked, it just attacks people? Maybe like a, Wait, you guys, I love that you guys are trying to predict already. The prediction's not up, but thanks for the reminder. Prediction are up now. Type red or yellow in the chat. Again, you guys now know. Early on, you're guessing. Now you know. You guys know a bunch. Talk to me about it. The most aggressive animal, unprovoked, maybe like a rabid dog. Well, you could say a rabid anything, I guess. We'll circle back on that. Snark, who you taking?
I mean, Zed has reigned supreme so far, but I'm gonna have to go with my man, my favorite, Mr. Gunman.
Yeah,
no choice there.
Gunman's the crowd pleaser, I think. People like Gunman. I like that. Yeah, anyway, well, guys, one little random rant I was trying to get into and then got distracted by probably something less consequential is that one game where Gunman was defending versus Abdo's pressure. It's really interesting what it takes the dance at the top level. And, you know, Snark, it's funny. Earlier on, when I first started streaming this game, I didn't get that. You know, you see so many comments where people are like, why don't they build different units? Or this is boring. It's the same thing. It's really, really is interesting, like a fine wine when you develop your palette and you can start really zooming in on the micro decisions of these players. That's where the art really, really develops. And I like getting a group of guys in here, the BO1's Fight Club, on a single map where you can see the meta kind of shift throughout the day. Man, it really scratches the itch for me, Snark. It makes me a happy camper.
Absolutely, I love it. And Gunman is making the move to center. Now, knowing Zed is much more of a defensive player, knowing that this is going to force Zed to attack, let's see how Zed responds. Can he respond correctly to this aggressive move here from Gunman? He's going to start getting those gems in the center momentarily as soon as he puts a ref. Look at Zed. What is Zed doing? Where's he going?
Zed's not repairing. So Gunman gives a little, hey, look over here. Boom, hits him on the backside. Zed has the money, not repairing. Totally AFK on this. He's going to lose the AFC as well. And again, as we saw in that last game, that's going to put him behind on Rocketeers. Paradrop doesn't even need to be there, but it's going to take the refinery. And so Zed with a little mid MCV move here, but Gunman, that backside AFC hit combined with map control, Zed is not where he wants to be right now.
Yeah, I want to see Gunman chrono that miner that's on ore onto these gems in the center right away. Start getting that eco boost, start spamming out those Rocketeers. Maybe even if you get enough gems, can you afford, like, nah, I suppose not on this amount of miners, but like 4 Harriers can take out an AFC.
And Gunman,
So
Gunman, Fat Kid in the candy shop syndrome here, got a little too excited and did put himself broke. Now he's on these gems, he's going to be okay, but keep in mind, right now, there's that moment where Zed has 3K in the bank and Gunman's broke. Now, if Zed can leverage this, he needs to work quickly, and I think he knows what he needs to do. He needs to try to make a naval push, try to get a little offensive presence with that. But his Rocky numbers are going to be behind for the rest of this game. So if Gunman doesn't blunder his Rocky lead, we've seen how critical that can be. And now Gunman going on this backside, I like that, trying to get Zed a little bit uncomfortable in his turtle shell. Gunman's still broke, Snark.
Yeah, well, Gunman has been spamming out Patriots. He has been spamming out Rocketeers. He out-Rockies his opponent by quite a bit. And the Patriots and Rocketeers together, even though he's getting those gems, is being able to afford more things. His position is going to be more defensible, but the first player out with a Battle Lab is actually Zed.
Zed gets the Battle Lab out. And I just got to say, we had a prediction here. 22 people voted. 50-50 split, Snark. 11 and 11. It all comes down to this. Right here, right now. 50-50 split. And Zed brings the Battle Lab. Zed's got the Ore Purifier. Now, here's the move, Snark. Naval in the pond. You put the naval on the right instead of the left. What do you think about that? It's not the...
Ooh, well, for Gunman. No, for Gunman, that's great, because all of Zed's base is in range from that position. You're absolutely right, but he decides to put it in the main lake instead.
Yeah, and Gunman's just got a counter. I think, and Gunman, you know, like we talked about, seasoned vet. Gunman knows the rub here. He knows. Ooh, right into that prism. Loses a couple.
I'm not sure what that was about. Going into the Mirages, GIs, and Prism. I'm not sure that was the move right there.
Gunman.
Gunman has the Dolphins first.
Oh, goes right to the IVs. He's gonna take out, trying to target the anti-air. Zed has these Mirage tanks, which is going to make his defensive position very strong. But Gunman, I think, made it very clear. He took a step back, took a breath, and said, unless I lose the water, I'm not losing this game. And now he goes Cruiser, he goes Dolphins, he's going to lock up the water. He's got the entire map worth of ore. And Zed, what is Zed's offensive move here?
Yeah, it's interesting. All of Gunman's ore completely untouched. He has a big bank to fall back on. He could retreat with his miners to this these 4 ore patches here in the back of his base, and he'll be fine for days. Zed eventually is just going to completely run out of ore. Now, Zed is just chilling at his base at the moment. I'm going to guess Chronosphere soon. What do you think?
Yeah, I think if this was SSX Tricky, the snowboarding game on Xbox, if you guys remember that, every snowboarder has a special move, and Zed's would be the Chrono Prism tank back of the base, wildcard Hail Mary. And you got to think that's what Zed's going to go for here. He's got a little bit of a savings account, and I love how early he got his Purifier out, so he's getting as much as he can out of this ore. But he's going to run out of money soon, and the Chronosphere's not out. And I feel like a crazy Wile E. Coyote backdoor Prism tank Chrono was his move, and now I don't know what his move is.
What's interesting, he went for 3 War Factories, sold MCV, which means he is getting ready for a final push.
Oh, shit. Did he just... Wait, Zed doesn't have the MCV?
He literally just sold it.
He
decided, he just sold it. He made a 3rd War Factory, and then he sold MCV. Now, Gunman is only on 2 War Factories. I cannot emphasize how important these Rocketeers numbers are, and Zed has quite a bunch of Rocketeers here.
Here we go, boys.
He's going to go for a strong final push. Is it going to be enough? Can Gunman defend this? Elite IFV for Zed, that is huge.
And Zed peels the Elite IFV. I love watching a top-level player, how quickly his eyes light up, and he saves an Elite IFV. One of the most devastating units in the game here, this final push. Gunman losing so much. Oh, but look at the micro keeping the Prism tanks on the backside. He's going to lose them, though.
Oh,
wow. Really?
Gunman loses MCV. Gunman loses his lab. Zed locked in. He knew what he was going to do. He decided he's going to go for a final push, spam the Rocketeers, spam the Prisms, and just go for it. Gunman was chilling, overestimating, going for the Navy. Zed decided, I'm going to ignore the Navy, let Gunman waste his resources and money on Navy, and just go for one strong snowball of a push. Zed, the strategist, pays off again.
I didn't see that one coming, Snark, and to be perfectly honest with you, if I went back and watched it 5 more times, I still don't think I would have seen it coming. At some point, Zed got a huge Rocky lead. It seems
Yeah. Gunman went AFK on the Rocky production for some reason. Perhaps he was concentrating too much on the naval or on other things, and it definitely gave Gunman a huge advantage now. Now these aircraft carriers need to stay alive. He keeps getting prisoners with him. Can Zed end this game without? Well, I mean, Gunman has no production left except for this naval yard. So, wow, I forgot eco was a thing.
Yeah, he didn't make his switch over. He got that middle control, but like you said, he didn't get all of his miners up there. He got that middle control and was still broke for a century. Wow. And you can look at the things Gunman did wrong, but you can look at a lot of things Zed did right there. Very, very impressive from the Owl. Luke and Abdo. Let's get Luke and Abdo in here. Keep the action rolling. Luke and Abdo.
Yeah, I mean, Zed did he did the perfect way. He said, "Okay, naval, I'm not gonna win because I can't out-resource my opponent. But if my opponent's wasting money on naval and I'm gapped up, I could go for triple war factory MCV cell all-in push because that's my only chance." He went for it. He got it. A really, really nice strategic play there from Zed. Gunman was winning that entire game, but he did not see that big snowball push coming in from Zed where he sells the MCV and he goes all in.
And
really,
that MCV
nice.
cell was clutch as well. You love to see a Hail Mary like that land, just to be like, all right, this is it. Smash this on the MCV, and especially for a player like Zed, who again is so much more comfortable getting into the super weapon game. I like that he did the equation there and he did it right. Very, very impressive. Abdo Yellow.
Yeah, I mean, me and you were convinced Zed was gonna make a Chronosphere, and he fooled us all. He fooled me, you, and he fooled Gunman.
The Mitch, dude, the Mitch 1985 is nailing the predictions today. I think he's like 5 for 6. Mitch, another wheel spin for you, buddy. Cross your fingers. I hope you get a good one. $5 for Mitch. Dude, you were hustling today. Tell your friends, tell your family, be like, oh, what'd you do? Oh, Wednesday? Red Alert 2 World Series, 20-year-old game that you thought no one cared about. People care about it. I was watching the best players in the world play, and after predicting 6 games correctly, I won $5. And then buy all your friends a beer. Okay. Soviet versus Allied. Abdo, our only Soviet player for the day. Abdo hanging and banging, man. Again, collectively has about 40 years less experience than everyone else combined in here. You'll love to see it. Sandstorm. I think this is Sandstorm's game, man. I think he was getting warmed up. I think he's here to kill.
Yeah, for starters, I'm happy with the refs. I'm not happy with Sandstorm getting ore instead of gems early on.
Get your gems,
but the
boys.
ref,
Get your gems.
Yeah, but the ref is multi-purpose. I love Abdo's ref. Look at this ref. This is what I was talking about.
Now
right?
and
it's
that
on the gems and on the ore.
Wow, and that's gonna you wanna if any of you guys are trying to find the keys to Snark's heart, build your refinery like that. The gems on the ramp of the refinery, you love to see it. Type red or yellow in the chat. Let's see how you guys are feeling. Here's my advice: do whatever the Mitch is doing. Whatever the Mitch says, do what the Mitch says. Again, guys, type red or yellow in the chat. So yeah, the refinery right on the gems. I mean, that's 101. The School of Command, Craft, and Conquery refinery placement, and it makes a difference, especially early game. You know, later in the game, it's hard to do everything right. You got someone kicking you in the face while you're trying to juggle chainsaws, but early game, no one's kicking you in the face, and you're only juggling a single chainsaw. Put your refinery in the right position, take home the gems, make Snark happy. Early MC.
Yeah. And we're seeing the cost of Sandstorm going first to the ore instead of the gems. He's constantly hitting broke. He made this single Rocketeer to scout. And Abdo, perfect eco, moved to the center, has the Rhinos to defend the center. He's in a fine position. The single Rocketeer being super annoying, attacking the power plant to the bottom. But other than that, Abdo has a really nice start. Now, Sandstorm has all of his miners on gems. He's going to be able to perhaps make a push here.
One flag track out to counter that Rocky. If that Rocky hops right out of there, I think forcing him for that flat can be a little bit annoying. Annoying to lose the Rocky, though. Now Abdo on those gems. You guys in the chat, 70% of you guys on red here. You guys are Sandstorm believers. You guys are listening to me too much. Did the Mitch? What did the Mitch vote? That's really the only. He's the omen in the chat right now. Okay, I like it. He's got to shake and bake. He's got to make something happen. He's got some GIs. I like the Grizzly movement. I like the GI placement. In theory, maybe not in practice.
Almost, yeah. But a perfect defense there from Luke. From Abdo. Abdo locked in. He lost that first game, I think, versus Zed. But I think he learned the map so fast. He's such a versatile player, you know. He learns things so fast.
Yeah. Yeah, and it really speaks credit to players who can do that because I mean there's players who have been playing this game competitively who are just forever B class, forever low A class. And then you got some of these guys, Abdo and like Drunk Master who came in and just like all of a sudden are like top A class, you know, just so quickly and it's odd. It's odd with an old game. I think it's in some cases it can be hard to keep teaching old dog new tricks. People can kind of get plateau and get stuck, especially with the lack of total players. I think that's more likely to happen. It's fun to see these kind of guys shaking and baking at the top level. But
Indeed. Whitechapel dropping the sub. I love that.
Whitechapel, thanks for the sub, buddy. I think SS Link, I missed your sub. We got a bunch of new followers as well. Thanks, guys. I appreciate the energy. 235 of you guys across Twitch and YouTube, keeping Red Alert 2 alive. Reminder, redalert2.com. Check it out. You can download the game, play the game, join the Discord, connect with the community. We have an event every month, all skill levels. Even if you're a new player, you can join the group of other new players. Have some fun. I recommend it. You can also buy my comic book. I made a Red Alert 2 comic book. It's like $5 or something. Naval Yards, bottom side. I'm missing things while I'm promoting my comic book. Battle top side, Naval Yard positioning. Look at this. Look at Abdo's Naval Yard. You know, Sandstorm might not know this is there. This is here. Desolator.
Yeah. Well, potentially. I mean, he did have a Rocketeer go over there, but it's hard to notice. This is a very interesting position here for the Naval Yard. So we're going to see what kind of value you get at that now. The IC is out. The Deso's here to defend versus the Mirages. Very nice. Let's see if this Paradrop is going to go anywhere interesting. All the way in the back of the base, he's going to try and walk it and get some value with that. So a lot going on here. And a squid already in the water.
Immediately
waiting now. A dolphin can detach that.
A dolphin can detach a squid? No. Oh,
yes,
in real time. And now the squids have to headbutt the dolphin. Whitechapel, I didn't mean you were the new sub. I meant other new followers. Whitechapel, you're 16 months, man. This is all for you, buddy. Of course, man.
Rocketeers, no anti-air. Rocketeers, no anti-air. Going for a very annoying ref here. That's going to render all of these miners useless. Ref goes down. Flak Track's running and trying to get something. A little in and out mission, just like you love it, Ivor. And the Deso's on the defense. A lot going on here. A lot going on.
Gearing up Rockies to counter the death. And this is both players are juggling chainsaws. And they keep throwing another chainsaw. And the other person has to keep juggling more and more chainsaws until one of them drops all the chainsaws. This is very, this is quite the,
Paradrop walking in. I don't think Abdo's. He's busy with the naval, busy with the tanks, he's busy with the vessels. This war factor goes down. Oh my god, and another Paradrop in the back walking towards the top base. Oh my god, Sandstorm has like 17 hands. What is he doing here? The naval is getting
oh my
dude. The Rocketeer got the oil in the bottom left. We missed that completely. The War Factory and the Ref went down at the bottom base of Abdo. Abdo is getting overwhelmed from every single which way direction there is.
If I'm Abdo right now, I quit. I just quit out. I'm like, listen, dude, I don't even care if I can win. This was nuts. Sandstorm was everywhere all at once, finally geared up, winning in the water, winning multiple backside splits. These GIs are still menacing, but Abdo has the Iron Curtain. He's going to see what he can do with that, but this is yeah, this
no
is
more Desos. Rocketeers coming in, no more anti-air. A Flak Track comes out, but his arm is melting. The IC is still not ready, and wow. Wow, dude, talk about multitasking there. I completely missed it that he sniped the oil.
Wait,
did you even see that?
Did I? Wait. Oh, we just got a unicorn? Did you just get a Yuri unicorn?
My God.
Wait.
We got a Yuri unicorn. We got
Who typed it first? Who typed unicorn? Whitechapel gets it. That ends with a Yuri unicorn. Whitechapel taking home the cash prize. Wow. That was incredible timing, Snark.
Absolutely crazy.
Oh my
what
gosh.
A game, dude.
Okay.
This is why Sandstorm is called the Allied God.
Okay. Circling back away from the unicorn, Yuri, which I'm very excited about. Whitechapel, you get $25, I think, or whatever it said. You win some money. That was amazing. Chat, you guys are killing it. More importantly, that game was so sick. I love that. That was awesome.
Are you not entertained?
Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Dude, Sandstorm did that perfectly. Abdo had the game. He had the defense. He had the gems. He had the IC counting down. All of a sudden, Navy, Rocketeers, Paradrops, pushing at the front, microing down, killing the Desolators, killing the anti-air. Abdo just couldn't keep up.
Yeah, I mean, and I mean, the thing is, it's so funny because you're like, we can barely keep up. I can barely keep up. All right, guys, we're actually running Sandstorm and Gunman right now. We're gonna skip over Blazer and Zed. If Zed wins, it could be a position where the other games don't matter, and that would kind of kill the fun. So Gunman versus Sandstorm. Gunman versus Sandstorm. Gunman versus Sandstorm. Make it happen, boys. Password 99. Blazer and Zed. We'll run Blazer and Abdo next. We'll save this Blazer and Zed game for a moment. Gunman and Luke. My head's spinning, Snark. My head's spinning, man. Okay. Wow.
Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Yeah, the Allied God does it again.
That's and that's why Allied versus Soviet, man. I mean, it's been fun. These AVA games have been fun, but man, I love a good Allied versus Soviet like that. Okay. Gunman. What did I just say now the game is? Gunman and Sandstorm.
And Sandstorm. Yeah, Gunman, Sandstorm. Wow, beautiful game there. So, I mean, Sandstorm coming off of a very epic win there. Gunman, still not giving up on him. He was winning versus Zed until Zed snowballed him. This should be one of the most interesting matchups we have so far here. Gunman, a super technical player here. Oh, the man with a plan, knows what he's going to do going in. Sandstorm, the guy with the skills, he's just able to multitask and come in from all directions at once. This should be a banger.
Yeah, Gunman on, and so Sandstorm just got his first win. Okay, so yeah, these guys about even here so far. Both guys on one win. Let's get it going. Predictions are up. Type red or yellow in the chat. Yellow for Sandstorm, red for Gunman, obviously. Man, dude, I'm like, it's so funny. Streaming is such a funny thing because I'm trying to focus on this game, and then I'm trying to like kind of keep up with chat, and then you're like, and then you have something you want to say, but then you forget about the thing, and then something matters, but then something doesn't matter anymore, and then all of a sudden you see the sickest game ever, and then the Yuri unicorn comes out where normally I'm bored and I'm like, let's get a unicorn, something to get the people going, and then right there, okay, all right, we're take a breath, Snark. Talk me through it. Who's winning this game and why?
I'm gonna always go with my man Gunman. Oh, we're getting
Ooh.
some serious lag here. This is all right. No, it seems to say okay. I think we smoothed it out. I think it's all smooth.
Okay.
Yeah. Listen, I'm always gonna go with Gunman. He's my guy. He's my dude. He's my survival buddy. We play survival all day long together. And I love the guy, but I mean, it's kind of hard to bet against Sandstorm after that previous performance.
And I like he's warmed up, man. He's warmed up. But you really see, you know, AVA. Well, obviously they're completely different games, and we certainly cannot doubt Sandstorm's ability versus Soviet. But AVA much different here. Let's see what happens. Zed and Luke talking shit in the chat. Any of you guys who miss it, we really need a gossip magazine. I used to think we needed a magazine to keep up with like important stuff in Red Alert 2, and then I realized there's really no important stuff going on in Red Alert 2 for the most part. But just a gossip magazine where you just basically someone goes through the ladder chat in the Discord and just summarizes the drama from each day. I think that'd be really.
Oh my God,
I think that'd be really
so
fun.
much. There is so much.
Sometimes
Dude,
it's so hard to keep track of who's talking shit, who's mad at who. Any of you guys who missed, I'm gonna summarize real quick. Last month, at the very end of the month, Luke joins Luke in the last 10 minutes of the ladder, comes in and gets 10 wins against Gene, each of them very, very quick. And everyone's like, oh, he's pushing. Gene rolled over. Gene and Luke conspired to take Zed's first place. And then everyone's like talking shit to Luke, and everyone's like, oh, poor Zed. And then all of a sudden it gets exposed that while those two were doing that, and Zed claims he wasn't there, Zed was in fact going in and canceling games to try to slow them down. So both of them were doing absurd things to try to win the first place rank for the month. And you're all thinking, wow, Ivor, that's crazy. How much money was on the line? No money. Just the fact that they wanted to be the #1 person. And that actually makes me happy. The fact that those two are so excited about taking the #1 spot that they were doing all those crazy things actually makes me a little bit excited. So anyway, that's the drama you guys missed. A little bit more interesting than it actually was. Okay, first engagement here in the middle. Both players won it. I like it.
Yeah, no, I love the drama and obviously it cracks me up. Like if I'm ever bored and like I'm not in the mood for a podcast, I'm in the mood. Okay, what's it? I need to focus. What the hell is going on here?
Okay,
we've got Gunman going in hard with Rocketeers and Paradrop. Doesn't look like he's going to get much, but he's still threatening in the center here. We got a nice Paradrop from Luke defending this position. This Rocketeers do something. Oh no, there's an IFV there. Okay, Gunman with Rocketeers in the bottom left. In the meantime, in the center, we've got Luke just chilling because he's got the Paradrop in the position. Gunman can't push the center right now, so he's trying to get value with these Rocketeers, seeing if he could overwhelm.
Build a Patriot missile off the oil. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, nice little pull. Doesn't want to lose any to the IFV. Oh, and now chipping away at the GIs in the middle. I like this gunman. Gunman giving Luke a little taste of the octopus status, being everywhere. Let's see who can juggle more places at once. Gunman over to a very early battle lab here. Oh, now the Patriot missile off the oil. Great move. I think that's how you open the game. MCV move here from Sandstorm.
Yeah, so Chad is still talking about the drama.
Yeah. I was getting them going. That was just me. That was just me throwing out some fish food to see them all come to the surface and start going at each other. Because everyone has a stake in that drama. Everyone has a stake. Okay, GI's marching in. Mirage tank's already out for Gunman. This battle lab move for Gunman.
I mean, it's kind of what you want to do. If your opponent's going to waste time moving and getting more eco in the center, and you take that opportunity to tech up, I think that's a great move. And these Mirages are going to do a great job in helping through with these GIs, which are so annoying for Grizzlies to deal with. And look at all this Rocketeer numbers. Gunman definitely has the Rocketeer numbers. And look at the micro. He doesn't move the Mirages, just the Grizzlies. Rocketeer coming in. Does Luke have enough against this? The fodder coming in clutch, doing so much work. Rocketeers also for Gunman. It looks like Gunman's gonna win this fight barely.
Wow.
A stalemate. A stalemate.
And to see both players be like, all right, let's cut our losses here. But now, yeah, Sandstorm's not happy with that. He's going to push in, but there is multiple Mirages. I thought a few of those were actually trees. Nothing here but us trees. And the Mirages put, and that is what you call a blow for blow. Both boxers start the round. They say, listen, new rule. Neither of us are blocking. Let's just punch each other in the face until one of us drops dead. You love to see it. Good blows here, but as the dust settles, Sandstorm in control of the center, and now over to Battle Lab to tech himself. And Gunman gets in the water.
Oh, he gets in the water. Now listen, he might be in control of the center, but he hasn't gotten any of these gems, so really he hasn't gained anything from this move to the center so far. Gunman has been able to make more eco, produce more in the meantime. So far, Sandstorm hasn't gained much from this move. Gunman has naval, Sandstorm does not. Gunman has the Rocketeer numbers, and he has the Mirages. Only recently has Sandstorm gotten the Battle Lab. He's trying to push here, but with the Mirages and the GIs there, he's just not going to be able to really get much value. Rocketeers coming in, and now the aircraft carrier goes right to the Battle Lab. Oh my god.
Yeah,
this is looking really good for Gunman right now.
Yeah, the naval yard was huge. That early battle lab was nice. And like you talked about, yeah, just getting to the center doesn't give you that much. This ore patch really isn't the prize. If you don't get over these gems, you don't gain that much from it. And now Gunman with a little bit of a prism walk to mix things up and keep you guys on your toes. I love that.
Dude, Gunman really locked in there. Stopped. You know, the whole point of moving to the center is to get these gems, but Gunman denied that, which means the entire move was a waste of time, a waste of resources, and Gunman getting the upper hand here. He has the tech, he has the navy, he has the Rocketeer numbers. This is looking really, really good for Gunman right now.
Yeah, and I like Sandstorm. So many players in that position maybe would just kind of sell Hail Mary, and I like that he pulls back the MCV. I don't think it's going to work, but it really shows you the kind of person you are. You know, if you got the kind of grit to say, I might be able to still win. I like that energy.
It's interesting, and now Gunman with a ref in the center. He should send that miner to the gems. It's a small distance, definitely worthwhile getting those gems. But yeah, Gunman in a commanding lead here.
Here's the new drinking game, guys. Everyone crack a beer. Every time Snark tells someone to get the gems, you take a drink. See how quickly you get wasted playing that game.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if anybody has enough alcohol in their house.
The IFVs to counter, and now so now he doesn't have the ore to sit back, and the aircraft carrier is on his doorstep. So we are going to see Sandstorm make a final push here, and an issue, Gunman is gapped up, so that's why you see some little hesitations or some miss moves here.
Miners. Gunman just away 2 miners, and a lot of Rocketeers from the Sandstorm coming in while Gunman's Rocketeers. It's a base trade situation here. The Rocketeers in Luke's base, in Sandstorm's base, currently wrecking his base, but he's trying to win the fight in the top. He rushed the Mirages. It looks like he's not even going to win that fight. Gunman all the way. Wow, and that's very surprising because we just saw Sandstorm wreck Abdo in a phenomenal showing, and somehow Gunman takes him down.
You know, I think what we saw here today, also this base stretch combined with the Navy, that early battle app, Gunman just played this one like a fiddle. But I think we realized Sandstorm is a Allied versus Soviet specialist, and AVA is just a very, very different game as we've seen.
He does have the elite IFV here. Let's see what kind of damage that could do. He's gonna
The elite IFV.
but the ships are targeting it. Oh man. GG, well played.
Very nice one, both players there. Yeah. Wow. My poor heart can barely handle this one. Okay, so Gunman takes that one home. Blazer versus Abdo. Report to the battle room. Gunman.
Wow, dude, that was a crazy game.
Yeah,
I can't believe Gunman won that. I was not expecting him to.
Yeah, and the base trade, the base stretch, the late game base stretch was, yeah. Yeah, but like you said, that's interesting. You know, seeing that MCV move, but naval, yeah, like I think Ed's saying in the chat that the naval's just so big. The naval's huge. I mean, the naval's just absolutely huge. Okay.
Yeah, the naval's huge. Although, I mean, what they're talking about is in a previous game, kind of a similar situation where Gunman had the naval, Zed didn't have naval. Gunman had center, Zed didn't have center, and Zed did this snowball strat where he actually made it work. This time, Gunman managed his eco far better, and he just did a phenomenal job of taking Sandstorm apart.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, and good old Luxie with the useful comments. We reached the conclusion here, everyone noob.
Everyone's a noob. Yeah, Luxie, he's part of the crew. He's part of the crew in the ladder chat. Anyway, if you guys want to join the drama, go to redalert2.com. Don't join my Discord. That's mostly for tournaments and playing actual games. You want to join the other Yuri's Revenge Discord, and then you want to go to ladder chat. And you're thinking, Ivor, that's probably just for people talking about the ladder. Incorrect. That's the drama chat. And it's constant shit talking. Some politics might get involved. It's nonstop. And there's a few people, and all they say is dead game. They say dead game, LOL. But then they play the game every day and they're obsessed with it. So the joke's like kind of on them, but it's kind of not. And they're kind of not being ironic, although it seems like they're being ironic. I recommend it if you're bored. Check it out. I got rid of TikTok. I just go to ladder chat now. That's my
yeah, it's much better than TikTok. It's much and how do you know that like Gunman is like the most decent person ever? He's the only one who says no, it's actually the worst.
Gunman. Oh yeah, Gunman's one of those people who he's in ladder chat like talking about the game. It's like, Gunman, get out of here, dude. Or he'll be like, we don't need money to play. Can't we all just play for fun? It's like, shut up, Gunman. We're here to bullshit each other and talk shit. Okay. Abdo didn't load. That's okay. No one freak out.
Who would actually talk about the game in a chat called ladder chat? Like who does that? That doesn't even make sense.
The drama, yeah, it's really well, it depends on the kind of person you are. Obviously, if you have anything important going on in life, it's not a good thing to do, but if you're bored, it can be fun. Okay, so let's see who got the last prediction right. Gunman, were you red or yellow in that last game? Abdo now in red, Blazer in yellow, Allied versus Soviet. Abdo holding it down for Soviet today, the only player playing Soviet.
Hey, you gotta win a Soviet, right?
Yeah, true. Abdo's the man to watch, man. Abdo the Shadow. Gunman, are you done? That's a good question. I didn't look. Gunman, who knows what color Gunman was in the last game? Could anyone tell me?
I want Gunman to replace me when I play as a caster. You gotta. He's one of the best casters, and he has a good mic, Ivor. So you would like him.
Okay, all right, yeah, the good mic's what's important to me. All right, predictions are up. Type red or yellow. Red for Abdo, yellow for Blazer. Gunman, GG's, man. I think there might be a three-way tie, possibly. I don't think you're for sure done. So I would not leave quite yet. I'm not actually sure. Hard to say. Yeah, Gunman only lives a few hours south of me, Gunman. We should hang out, man. Come up to LA. Let's grab a beer. Shoot. We can play some Red Alert 2. Maybe we could play. We get our laptops, go to the park, play together. Could be fun.
Gunman is the coolest guy, I'm telling you. All right, anyway, enough of my simping for Gunman. Abdo, Soviet, perfect ref. Ivor, look at the ref. You see this ref? You see that? That's what I was talking about. Look at that ref.
Oh, look at that. That's nice. That Snark's gonna love that. Now this one. Wait, is he on his? Where are his gems at? Where's Red's gems?
He ate them all.
He ate them all. Oof.
That's why it was a perfect ref.
Okay, yeah, I like that. I like that. Can you give money? So can you give money like one time? Yeah, redalert2.com. You can donate. All the money goes back in the stream, goes back to the prize pool, helps me create more content. Redalert2.com is the place to be. You can find the YouTube, find the Twitch. You can donate. You can join the Discord, buy the comic book. Yeah, all that good stuff. All right, MCV in the face from Abdo. Blazer on his heels here, but the Harrier's out. We haven't seen a lot of Harriers today.
No, we have not. This is interesting. Oh, and a flat cannon to counter. Bam. Goodbye. $1,200. Down the drain. Blazer making Harriers, honestly.
Yeah, if you make a Harrier, don't lose the Harrier. Harriers are expensive. Harriers are expensive. No donations from here. You can donate through Twitch. You can donate through... honestly, every single way to donate on the internet is an option. I have PayPal. I have Patreon. You can donate through Twitch. Oh, and the MCV move in his face. Blazer throws the Grizzlies in, moves his own MCV. I like this.
I don't know about that. Power drop on the War Factory. Power drop on the War Factory. Power drop on the War Factory.
Yes, he pulls the miners. He pulls the miners. No, oh, he loses it.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That did not just happen.
And Abdo with the miner pull to try to save it, loses it, and that War Factory hit was exactly what Blazer wanted, and now these players are both squared off, and you love to see it. All right, the miner's being moved. Abdo moves his miners over. Abdo still doesn't have a War Factory. You want to have a War Factory, boys. War Factories matter.
Well, yeah, War Factories matter, and there we go. He brings back his War Factory. Listen, Blazer's position here. Is he gonna like prison war? What's his? Okay, predicted it. Brings out the prison. Is it gonna be enough? Oh, beautiful micro out of Blazer. Beautiful micro out of Blazer there. That was really, really nice. Power drop on the other side. So Abdo threatens from both directions. The Deso completely out of position. Runs in to join his power drop, and this War Factor is going down.
And
oh my god.
Desolator.
Oh.
Not gonna matter. Loses the War Factor.
Wow.
Okay, honestly,
wow.
That backdoor, okay, and move the MCV in his face, and while he's saying what, you throw the paradrop on the backside. A beautiful 1-2 punch there from Blazer. Abdo, someone's saying we're hating on Abdo. We love Abdo, man. We love Abdo.
Dude,
he's in here with, again,
Abdo's the man.
Dude, Abdo's in here with guys who've been playing for 10 years. Abdo making things happen. Blazer well played. Both those guys putting on a good show. Okay, so Blazer has 3 wins. Gunman has 2 wins. Oh, Gunman is out. Zed
has 3 wins, right?
Zed has 3 wins. Blazer and Zed need to play. And if Blazer wins, then they will play again for the finals. And if Blazer loses, Zed wins.
Okay.
So Blazer has to beat Zed twice, basically. Yeah.
Ooh, this is interesting. Can Blazer pull off 2 wins versus Zed? Or, I mean, They haven't played yet, right? They haven't played yet at all. They have both been very, very dominant, very powerful here in this fight club tonight. But Zed only needs 1 win, like you mentioned, and Blazer needs 2 in a row. What do you think, Ivor? Can he pull it off?
Blazer's looking warmed up, man. He's looking tough. I'm excited about this one. Zed has been looking very, very tough today, though. This should be good. So again, guys, Blazer and Zed playing right now. Blazer needs to win this and then win the finals as well. And we are right on schedule, guys. You're thinking, oh, wow, so much stuff's happened today. I'm sure this stream's about to end. It's not, because right after that, we have the Blitz Pro Finals coming up. Tim the Terror already in the finals. We have Snark versus Lloyd playing, and then the winner of that plays Tim. So we have plenty more action here rolling on today, boys. First, let's get Blazer.
What do you mean? What do you mean the winner of that? You mean Snark plays Tim?
After Snark destroys Lloyd, Snark goes plays Tim.
Yep. There we go. Much better.
Zed, let's go. Zed in the chat writing up a witty response to make fun of Luke instead of playing the game.
Oh God, where's Zed? Where is Zed?
Someone got a Zed. Oh, Zed got a wheel spin. That's why he's not joining the game. He's waiting for his wheel spin. Oh, Zed rolling for $10 now. Zed, I'm not giving you this wheel spin if you don't join the. Zed just won $10 for
What?
sitting in the chat, wasting our time.
What?
The gods are not just. We should have. Zed should
There's
give us $10. Is how this should work.
okay. So I think I think there should be like a penalty if he doesn't show up in the next. What do you say, Ivor? $1 every minute goes down. Let's make it interesting.
Well, I think we just DQ if we just give Blazer the win, and then we can move right on to the finals.
Ooh.
Okay,
Yeah,
imagine like just use your imagination. Try to imagine where could Zed be right now, other than our lobby. Okay, there he is.
It's the suspense. Zed is all about the drama.
Yeah.
Zed is here, boys. Now, I want to remind you, after an intense fight club where everybody played everybody, it comes down to Blazer versus Zed. Zed only needs one win, and he takes home the crown. Blazer needs 2 to stay in the game. Blazer, surprisingly, shockingly, Ivor, going Soviet?
Blazer goes Soviet, and you love to see it. Allied versus Soviet here. Oh, okay, it was a misclick. That explains it. Oh no, wait, Zed quit out of that.
No, Zed. Say what now? What? Zed? Zedster? Oh god. So Luke Z, who we all know. Wait. Now Zed deciding to go. Oh, GG. Okay. Interesting. You started too quick. Zed, you came in after everyone. You chose Allied and you readied up.
Yeah. I don't have time. I don't have time to get into it. It's just this is just the normal nonsense from these guys. It never ends. You know, that is the problem. I think early on when I first started streaming 3 years ago, I used to think we can do this. Like, we can do it professionally. Players will show up, we'll set times, we'll have brackets, everything, we'll have rules, and everyone will follow them. And then you realize, no, it's just absolute anarchy and nonsense, and it will never end. And there is no way to avoid it. So instead of trying to slay the demons, you dance with your demons. That's my new life metaphor. There's no killing your demons.
Love that.
There's no getting rid of the demons. Dance with your demons. So when Zed does something annoying, you just roll with it. That's the goal. Okay.
God. Berg is like optimistic Ivor. Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah, optimistic.
He died a long time ago. That was pre-ladder chat, Ivor. That was before Ivor discovered ladder chat.
All right, guys. Type red or yellow in the chat here. We are here in our kind of finals. Basically, Blazer does need to get 2 wins. So Blazer going Soviet, Zed going Soviet. Versus Soviet action. If Blazer has to beat Zed twice, if Zed wins this one, he takes it home. Then we're continuing on to the Blitz Finals, where you guys are going to see Snark in action. I think all the people in the chat here, you know, people who are new to the stream, are hearing your voice, Snark, and they're picturing, they're like, who is this guy? Like, this guy seems to know everything. And now they're going to see you play right after this, Snark. Now you have a very high bar set.
Way to lay on the pressure, Ivor. Thanks a lot for that.
Okay, so versus Sov. What do you think? Blazer got the juice? Can he get it done?
Why after AVA the entire series, Blazer chooses Sov, Zed doesn't dare face Blazer's Sov, and he chooses Sov as well?
Yeah.
Can someone explain this to me?
It's very, very odd. Anyone who's asking what happened was basically Blazer, we were in the lobby, Blazer set his faction, Zed was set as allied, and then when the game started, Zed quit out to switch his faction. And it's just one of those things where, to the untrained eye, it's kind of like, oh, who cares? But there's these little things. It's called gamesmanship. Like, it's not cheating. It's just like you can just do annoying little things that are annoying, basically, that are frowned upon, and these players are constantly kind of trying to push buttons like that. Anyway, it's relatively minor. Blazer with the early MCV move here. Now, is Blazer... Zed's definitely more of an allied player. Is Blazer more of an allied player as well? I don't know who's the better Soviet player, I guess.
I think so. I feel like Blazer is definitely an allied main. Zed is a lag. I mean, the game is lagging at the moment. Very, very intensely lagging.
Very, very bad lag. At least we haven't really had any big engagements here. Okay, all right, maybe smoothed out.
Okay, all right. We might. Yeah, we're back. We're back in it. Okay, so Blazer with a super early move with the MCV here. This is interesting. Zed has 2 miners on the gems. Blazer has only 1 miner on the gems, but he does have center.
Ooh.
And he did go earlier rhinos here. He is pushing. He's not going to be able to push far. 1 sentry gun should deter him. But I like this aggression out of Blazer. This is an interesting move. I want to see another early war factory out of him, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, he, as soon as he gets established on these, yeah, he's right on those gems, and that's where you want the MCV, right on those juicy gems. That's going to make Snark happy. And now a radar for Zed. He's on his heels. He's going to need to get the Desolators out. Prostate Pirate like that, Snark. Zed is a lag.
Was I was trying to say something about Zed, and then the game started lagging. I wanted to say game is lag.
Yeah.
And it came out Zed is lag.
Zed is lag. Deso from Zed to slow things down here.
God.
Yeah, and so now, so Zed has the radar out. That's going to be able to allow him to get over to Battle Lab. Now, Blazer, he has middle. Now he has to be thinking Navy. He does not want to let Zed beat him to the water. We've seen what happens to players, how important Naval can be. So I think Blazer, if Blazer can hold this position and have a plan for Naval, he should be good here. Desolator.
Yeah, this is interesting. Desolator killing a lot of that fodder. That's huge. Desolator on conscripts, the perfect fodder to send in front of your army. The Desolators have decent range, nice value, instant melt infantry, and decent value versus tanks.
Oh, and that's
and
nice. See if he,
buildings.
Sentry takes out 1 Deso, but Zed still has another Desolator who does get off that radiation.
Wow,
oh,
this push out of Zed. Oh, God.
The tank control.
No,
oh,
no.
No. Oh.
No, what was that? What was that?
1
The
missed
tank
click.
control.
So
Oh,
tough.
my God. Throwing away half of his army. And just like that, Zed is going to win Fight Club.
Zed takes it home. And you know, I think you see a move like that, you see a blunder like that, and a misclick, and it really makes you kind of appreciate what it takes, because it's just 1 misclick. 1 misclick in that engagement, his tanks scattered. This tanks, you got to assume all tanks are drunk, and the tank drivers are all wasted. And if you do not give them specific, that's what we call it, micro, click by click babysitting of your tanks, they scatter like ants, and you get rolled. Zed takes it home. Zed, the winner of Fight Club. Wow, undefeated on the day. Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah, Zed takes it home. The winner of Fight Club, crowned champion, Mr. Zed himself, winning another event. Zed, listen, you want to keep your eye on Zed. He is no joke.
Yeah, Zed makes it happen, man. Zed makes it happen. All right, so XIX with the sub, and Lord Crusader with the sub. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Okay. So here we go, guys. Action continuing on here as we go over to our Blitz Finals. Lloyd, do we have Lloyd in here? Lloyd versus Snark. Winner of that goes on to play Tim. Snark, what a day so far, man. We had some good games. I like that map. I like the map.
Yeah, very interesting games. Some of them were bangers. I'm gonna definitely rewatch some of them and learn some stuff. I'm gonna go pee real quick and warm up. Do some push-ups, some flips in the
Love
air,
that.
and
Love that.
yeah, get out of this voice chat. Hopefully, you'll find Ed or Gunman or another caster, and I'll see you after the games.
All right, good luck, man. Okay, so Snark versus Lloyd. Winner of that goes on to play Tim here in our Pro Blitz Finals. I do not know the order of the maps. Klaus, are you in here? Klaus, can you? I need to figure out the order of the September Blitz maps for the tournament, Klaus. Blazer, Zed. Let's see who predicted that one right. Who was the Zed believer? Vodka 122 wheel spin for you, buddy. You win nothing. Sorry. Okay. Lloyd, Snark. Let's get it going. Get it going, boys. How we doing? How we feeling? We got the energy rolling. You guys still feeling it? Oh, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, I like when the players show up and they're good sports. What I'm doing with the BO1s, the single map, it's really not traditional. Like traditional Red Alert 2 is best of 17, 50 different maps.
Screw the game, we're talking about
Hey,
food.
Chef Yuri, nice. So it's fun, you know, when you get these guys in here and mix it up like that, and when they're good sports about it and put on a good show. Every single player today so far showed up, fought hard, and some of you might be thinking, like, duh, like, why showing up and fighting hard? That doesn't seem like much to ask. It is, in fact, getting 5 good Red Alert 2 players to show up on time, play competitive games without whining or trying to cheat each other is a Herculean effort. Made it happen, though. Made it happen. Okay. Okay. Lloyd looks like he is online. Okay, Lloyd's here, Snark's here. So the maps, thank you, Kloss. The maps are, first map, Equinox. Equinox is the... Players. Snark versus Lloyd. The card game in Amsterdam. We never ended up playing. Me and Snark met up with Doof in Amsterdam for a weekend. I made this Red Alert 2 card game. I had this whole big plan. We were going to do this live stream where we were going to be playing this Red Alert 2 card game that I made. We never did it. Drank a little too much. Got a little too distracted. Wandering the streets of Amsterdam. Never played it. Stay tuned, though. I do have a Red Alert 2 card game that has not been tested. Okay. Oh, yeah, I did. Got married a couple weeks ago. Wedding went well. Successful wedding. Not a lot of Red Alert 2 at the wedding, unfortunately, but overall success. It wasn't quite as climactic. I feel like some people, like a lot of people, get married after being together for like 2 years, and it's like this kind of big, crazy commitment. We've been together for like 12 years, so not quite as insane of a commitment, but yeah, good times. Okay, Snark versus Lloyd. Doof. There's a stream of Doof picking me and Snark up at the airport in Amsterdam. I'll have Doof link that. I'll let him know that Whitechapel wants to see. Doof's like at the airport. It's pretty fun. Good in real life stream. Okay. Lloyd, yellow. Snark, red. What am I forgetting? All right, trial by fire. Let's run it. Okay. All right, guys. Red Alert 2 World Series action coming at you here. Pro Division here. We are in the semifinals. Semifinals, winner of this going on to the finals. We're running that right after this if you guys are catching this one live. We got Snark, the Ninja out of Israel in red top left, facing off against Lloyd, the Lion in yellow out of the UK bottom right. So both these guys coming off a couple nice wins to get here. Top level guys here. So this is the Pro Division. We've separated recently from the Pro Division and like the Master class division. Marco, Latov, Luke, Legend, some of those guys are kind of up there. And then we have right behind those top 5, we have this group of killers, top level guys who can't quite take down Marco, but really top level players nonetheless. Lloyd and Snark. And any of you guys who don't know, Snark is a man for the people, man. He's had games with Chrono Legionnaires and Battle Fortresses. He's always using wacky tactics. Lloyd, aggressive, strong Blitz player. And both these guys have really nice both Soviet and Allied looks. This is Blitz, so it is best of 5, and the factions are set. We're switching maps for the different factions, starting off Soviet versus Soviet, over to Allied versus Allied, then Allied versus Soviet, Soviet versus Allied, and so on and so forth. Type red or yellow in the chat. Let's see those predictions, see how you guys are feeling. Yeah, should be a spicy one. And again, winner of this goes on to fight Tim the Terror right after that. Oof, man, we've already, you guys catching this one live. We're coming off a nice little Fight Club event just before this. Had a nice group of players putting on a good show. You love to see it. And we had some nice little drama in the chat, man. We've had some good drama lately. It's kind of funny. So I used to think in Red Alert 2, I'd try to follow the drama. I used to think like, oh, wow, this is so interesting, like the different sides everyone's taking. You know, some random squabble happens, some players are accusing each other of something, and everyone right away, like, draws their guns and goes to war in the community, because obviously we're all here because we love drama. And I used to think, like, I used to try to figure it out, like, who was right and who was wrong, but actually the secret is this. Everyone already has allegiances. Everyone hates and likes other players, and so when an argument breaks out, like Luke versus Zed is the most recent one, everyone just sides with whoever they like more. Like, whoever's on Zed's side is already on Zed's side. Whoever's on Luke's side is on Luke's side. And it doesn't matter who's right or wrong. It's just everyone's looking for an excuse. Like, people are looking for an excuse to roast Zed. They find out Luke has drama with Zed. They side with Luke. And so once you learn that, you kind of have to piece together this, like, drama tree is what I call it. Like, who doesn't like who. I'm going to get a fold-out pamphlet in the Red Alert 2 gossip column. And it'll fold out and it'll show a tree of all the players who like and don't like each other and why would be kind of fun. Like, in 2003, this player said this thing to this player, and ever since then, this player hates this player. You guys will love it. That's how we're gonna get Ari to the moon. Here we go, big engagement here. You see Lloyd trying to get on the higher ground, Snark battling for it. Lloyd with a big fodder advantage, now Snark below, but Snark with a tank advantage here, sentry gun advantage. Lloyd gets himself a little out of position, but trying to retreat. Does take that bunker, take that house to cover his retreat a little bit here. Snark gonna be looking for a counter punch. That was well played. I'm a little bit curious there. Snark on 3 war factories, Lloyd on 4. Lloyd had that fodder advantage, but it was nice tank control from Snark. Now Snark going to go on this left side here. Conscripts down the middle. In Blitz, the conscripts are probably one of the biggest parts of difference in the game is in Blitz how much conscripts can get done. So Snark going to try to apply some counter pressure here, splitting up the zones on this bigger map. Big shout out to Polier, the master map maker, putting all these together for us. This is a lot bigger than the traditional Blitz maps, and it allows some different things here. Rhino's punching through, grab 1 war factory. So Lloyd's going to try to stop the bleeding here, but he's got 2 other waves to deal with. Lloyd is matching on the left side, but Snark's conscript advantage is pretty nice, and I think Snark going to pull ahead on this bottom right. You see Snark microing right now, clicking down each tank at a time. Desolator's out now from Lloyd to stop the bleeding on the top side, but the storm is coming here. 5 war factories for Snark. Lloyd now down to 3. Okay, Desolator's still in. Yeah, but Snark on this map, though, again, you know, you don't have these choke points like some Blitz maps. So even though these Desolators are here, Snark's able to work around them. Lloyd doing a pretty good job scrambling his defenses, but you see Snark finding value where he can. Now going to grab this power plant, bottom left. And now Snark rejoining forces. 6 war factories now for Snark. War factory going down. Okay. Wow, Lloyd. Oh, okay, now Snark on the backside continuing to press. Yeah, so Lloyd gonna lose this one. Lloyd was hanging in there for a while, but you know, as that happens, it's not just the battles, but on the backside, as Lloyd was slowly taking hits, Snark just continued to develop there. 7 war factories out. Gonna take it home. Lloyd quits out. First one on the board for Snark. All right, now over to Allied versus Allied, and our next map, which is Rip. Oh, this will be an interesting little AVA map. I forgot we had this one. I didn't stream much from this tournament. All right, so AVA now in this game. You can see here, guys, this new feature we have, the arrows with the delayed MCV deploy. as a feature we added for the players, specifically in quick match. Obviously, you know, they start with the whole map being black. So right now, we made it this new feature so it starts where they can see the whole map, get a little feel for it, and then they spawn in. Especially in quick match, the pool can be like 20, 30 maps, so sometimes it can be hard to remember. So it's a fun little feature. It's one of those little things you're like, oh, that's kind of fun. It's like, who knows how many hours Snark put into that. But yeah, that's kind of the tinkering on the back end like that. Keeps things fresh for us. Yeah, so the tactics. So this one's gonna be very interesting. I don't know if we've ever had a tournament map like this. A very, you know, obviously a naval map, but there is landings. You could amphibious transport some units, but a good AVA map here, obviously. Naval, Rocketeers, Eagles. Someone asking about Blitz. So this is the Blitz game mode. Any of you guys kind of newer here? This is Blitz game mode is game mode of my own creation. I came up with the mod about 3 years ago. It does take out that barracks. Nice hit. 3 Eagles. And when we first started, it was just a flat open map, and it was very different. But Blitz has slowly developed. Obviously, the main thing is you're building oils instead of harvesting ore. The game plays very differently. The only other change is that everything builds a little bit faster. And so without removing the miners and the refineries and the ore and that kind of stuff, it really just becomes like massing units, and it really kind of comes down to the battles and what you do with your units. So it does play quite a bit different. Primarily, AFC does go down, gets another AFC up, but loses those Eagles. That's a tough hit. It's insanely fast. It's much faster, and it's quite different to get used to if you're stuck on traditional. But Blitz was actually originally created as a spectator game and a way for new players to get start having fun right away. As a new player, it's much easier to pick up, even though it is faster. Dealing with miners and ore patches in traditional is really tough. Whereas Blitz, it's kind of the same build order for every map. It's more about what are you going to do with your units, how fast you can do it. So Eagles back. Both these guys, they you know, you got to keep the Eagles up. You're going to see them just keep spamming the AFCs. Look at these Rockies countering the AFC. Very nice counter there from Snark. Now, a big thing in Blitz you'll want to remember is that you can only build 12 total oils per game. Sorry, so you can only build 12 total oils per game. So if you lose 1, you lose 2, you lose 3, eventually you're going to not be able to build any more oils, and you're going to go broke. So there is a finite aspect to the oils, and diving on them can be huge. Does get in, grab an AFC, splits through a lot of Patriot missiles there, pays a pretty heavy toll, loses an AFC on the backside. I didn't see what happened for Lloyd there, saying something about maybe his Eagles went down. But yeah, and you see, and both these guys know the name of the game here. Look at all the anti-air from Snark. So many Patriot missiles out. Rocky advantage though for Lloyd. Now let's see, both these guys scrambling so much to try to keep up with the Eagles and the Rockies. Neither player going naval yet or getting over to tech. Backdoor hit there from Snark. IFV's a bit slow. They're going to get that AFC, they do, and so Snark just chipping away at the AFCs here. And Lloyd gets in and grabs an AFC. And both these players, neither player has an AFC right now, which is kind of amazing. All right, so now both these guys have kind of settled into a mid-game here. Quite a few oils are out, and now they got money in the bank. So let's see. I mean, you got it. The problem is that to go naval, you're not going to get any offensive value until you get your aircraft carrier out, and you're going to have to get a battle lab up for that. And it's really tough to get a battle lab up because the player's going to keep hitting the battle lab with their Eagles. So it's tough. The problem with the Eagles can, like, even if you hit all the Eagles, they usually take a building with them. And so that kind of cancel card aspect can be tough. Battle lab right here for Lloyd. 2 AFCs. So what can Lloyd do now? Is he going to go naval yard? Maybe Chronosphere could be nice. Chronosphere could be nice, but then you'd have to get a group of Prism Tanks, Chronospheres, Eagles coming. So now Snark's going to start going at the oils. But Snark, we're going to leave the battle lab to its own devices. Could be a bit, could be a bit tough. Oh yeah, Aegis Cruiser. Yeah, that's true. Anti-air could be good, but this map's kind of big enough that you can kind of loop around. That's why these Eagles are causing so many issues right now. They can just loop around everywhere. Okay, so actually Snark in the water. Snark on 3 AFCs. Snark now has a couple barracks to increase his Rocky numbers, and he's going destroyers. Lloyd still has no AFC. Lloyd's going to try to go Chrono. You see him building Prism Tanks, so Chronosphere is going to be coming here. About even on Rocky. Snark is about to put himself broke. He's paying a lot. Losing all these Eagles is really tough. Does get an oil, forces an unpack on the MCV, but Lloyd got his Chronosphere down. Now, Snark is losing. Snark cannot keep throwing his Eagles like that. He's going to run out of money, especially because he's massing from his naval yard as well. These can shoot up. These can shoot up cliffs. I forget. I totally forgot that's a thing. No anti-air in this group. He's going to get an AFC. Yeah, if he had a cruiser in that group, that could be pretty nice right now. I totally forgot those things can shoot up cliffs. 4 shields. Now Rocky's coming, and Snark with a two-way split of Rockies. Lloyd's Rockies go AFK. He's trying to scramble the IFVs. Lloyd needs to get his Rockies in the fight, and Snark going to work right now. Those destroyers create a nice little opening for him there. And Lloyd loses a lot. So Snark is going to pull back here. Doesn't want to get counter punched, but he got so much value there. Lloyd has a bunch of elite IFVs, which could be fun if he had a Chronosphere. Chronosphere's got to come from Lloyd, and then he's got to get a bit lucky. This would be so menacing if Snark had a couple cruisers mixed with these destroyers. Yeah, that'd be funny. Snark looking tough today, boys. And yeah, and even if this game, if Snark crushes Lloyd, which I think the line's got some more fight left in him. The good news is Snark, one of these guys has to be playing really good today, because Tim, who they're playing in the next game, Tim is a monster. Chronosphere's out. It could be a really nice chrono hit. Oh, Lloyd not building Rocketeers, though. Lloyd down a barracks. Yeah, so Lloyd opted to go Chronosphere instead of the barracks. His Chronosphere's out. He's gapped up, which is probably slowing Snark down a little bit, but these Eagles... Oh, the elite IFVs doing work. Oh my god, elite IFVs are so nasty. Oh, does not want to lose that Chronosphere. Move the Rocketeers! Oh, he was so close to saving that. Not sure where Lloyd was for that moment. That was unfortunate. The only offensive tool Lloyd really has left is the... wow, he really threaded the needle there. Got those Eagles through. He needed that Chronosphere, and then a bit of luck as well. Without the Chronosphere, I just don't know. He's not going to get established in the water. Ooh, he takes a pad with 4 Eagles. Lloyd fighting from the grave right now, but look at this war machine on the backside here. Lloyd just ultimately hasn't really dealt any massive offensive blows. And I like the service depot here from Snark. He doesn't want to just let some pesky Eagles get through or whatever the case. Prism tanks to counter the destroyers. They should be able to outrange them. He needs to be microing those a little bit better. Wow. Okay, Chronosphere out. Lloyd's got 7K in the bank. He doesn't have a war factory. You really want to have a war factory. Now this little group is pretty menacing, but now the Prism tanks can counter those, in theory. Yeah, Lloyd looking tough. Lloyd looking tough for sure. Oh, sorry, Snark looking tough. Lloyd is fighting good, but Snark looking really, really tough today. Snark, Snark kind of comes in different forms, depending on how busy he is with other stuff. He's either playing a lot or not playing at all. We've seen Snark lose to pretty low-level players, and we've seen Snark put up points against some of the best players. So day to day, you never really know what version of Snark you're going to get, but he's looking pretty dialed in right now. And Lloyd, it's tough. You're obviously not going to quit out in a position like this. You got a Chronosphere, Battle Lab, MCV, but he's really lacking any sort of offensive presence other than the Chronosphere. But what do you chrono right here maybe? But Snark's going to see it coming, and he's going to have his force shield ready, or at least you have to assume that's going to be the case. I think Snark actually could just push even with these Rockies right now, but the elite IFVs are a little bit scary. Now aircraft carriers out. Snark going to play this one safe. Eagles coming as well. Yeah, doing a lot of damage here. That's got to be all she wrote. And now Lloyd is low power. Okay, Lloyd, Chrono, bring the MCV with, dude. Just bring the MCV in the Chrono with. All right, here we go. Doesn't get the force shield off. Not gonna matter, but he's got this elite IFV. Look what one elite IFV can do. Well, not against that many units, but okay. GG's. Give him the howitzers. Yeah, why not? Why not bust out the howitzers? Yeah, they have the artwork for the howitzers in the game. We've used it for some bonus units for free for all and stuff like that. Okay, path more travel. Now we get over to Allied versus Sov, and Lloyd gonna have to try to make something crazy happen here. All right, path more travel blitz. Prostate pirate. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the players can see the map before. All right, Zap. We'll see you later, buddy. Okay. All right, guys. Action rolling on here. Action rolling on. Again, winner of this goes on to play Tim the Terror. All right, here we go. Lloyd on the right side, Allied, Snark, Soviets. Now we switch over to mixed factions. Again, the factions are set for best of 5 series for Blitz. We'll see what can happen here. As you go over to Allied versus Sov, I think Lloyd is definitely an Allied player. Snark is pretty versatile. I would think of him as more of an Allied player. So if there is a matchup where Lloyd can get a leg up, you would think it would be this one. Let's see what happens here. This is a rendition of the Path More Traveled map, made into a Blitz version. Oh, fun fact. All right, any of you guys seen the new Netflix rom-com, the Adam Brody, called Nobody Wants This? Anyone seen the rom-com? There's 220 people in here across YouTube and Twitch. Obviously, a couple of you diehards are watching on both to boost the numbers. So there's probably actually only 215 of you. Any of you guys seen the Netflix rom-com, Nobody Wants This? Come on, talk to me. 215 people in here. Now, the demographic for Red Alert 2 and the demographic for this rom-com, there's no overlap. The primary demographic for Red Alert 2 is 35 to 44-year-old males. And that is not the demographic for this rom-com. Come on, Klaus. You haven't seen it? Wait, Flak Tracks? What are the Flak Tracks doing? Why are the Flak Tracks in his base? Flak Track Rush? Flak Track Rush? Never heard of it? Oh my goodness gracious. Adam Brody? You guys didn't watch the OC? This is like, there's no chance anyone's gonna see this because this is like such an American thing for like a 20-year-old female to watch. And there is not a single 20-year-old American female anywhere near this game right now. So there's no chance anyone's seen this show, which is unfortunate because in the last episode, they all go to the sauna that I go to in Los Angeles. My favorite sauna in Los Angeles premiered on Netflix. None of you guys know. None of you guys care. And it's breaking my heart. Okay, here we go. The Flak Track Rush didn't get a tremendous amount of value, but I like the idea of it. And the Rhino's now on the doorstep, going to go right at that oil. What even is a rom-com? Come on. Come on, boys. All right, Eagle's out, trying to control the Rhino numbers, picking them off. Lloyd on the back foot here. You know, Allied, you know, as of a few months ago, Allied can build 1 Grand Cannon in Blitz. I'd love to see that Grand Cannon. He's got 5K in the bank. Mirages are coming out. Mirages are out now. The Mirages will certainly help the defensive efforts here. Lloyd keeping himself alive. Grand Cannon would be tough on this map right now, though. If you put it here, obviously you could bounce around, as you see Snark already doing. 3 War Factories on the backside. Lloyd did get down and just take out a barracks. Sniping out the barracks can be nice if you only have 3 Eagles. 3 Eagles can't take out much, but taking out a barracks is annoying because it disrupts the build order. You can only build a War Factory if you have a barracks. So barracks snipes can be nice when you only have 3 Eagles. But obviously the key thing is to get a second AFC, get those 5 Eagles out, start taking out oils. Prism Tower's out now for Lloyd. Lloyd getting himself into this mid-game. Sneer put together some good stats for us in Blitz, and it's basically like, if the game ends before 3 minutes, Allied loses. If the game goes longer, that's where the game can start balancing out. So we're at the 3.5 minute mark now. But this is a lot of Rhinos. What is a sauna? You guys don't know what rom-coms are. You don't know what saunas are. Come on. Oh, the sauna, dude. The sauna. This sauna is so hardcore too. It's the hottest sauna I've ever been to, and has the coldest cold plunge. The cold plunge, literally, it's frigid. Like it's like a degree above freezing. When you're in it, your entire body goes numb. The sauna is so hot that your jaw hurts. That's when you know. If a sauna is properly hot, your jaw hurts when you're in it. And that's the whole point. You get in there, it's so hot that your brain's about to explode, and then you go in the cold plunge, it's so cold your brain's about to explode. And it's like Jedi training. You slowly hone in your mind, train it like the muscle that it is. Highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. That's just what the world needs. Another white guy on the internet telling everyone to cold plunge in sauna. Okay, siege choppers are out. The siege chopper spam is coming. I was hoping we'd see this here today. Everyone has been saying that the new meta in Blitz is the siege chopper spam late game, and they say it's broken. They say there's no counter. Allied's anti-air obviously is very weak, and throughout the entire game they don't build any. And then all of a sudden, look at the siege choppers materializing. This is the Blitz meta right now, boys. Let's see if Lloyd has a counter for it. BF being juiced up, but he needs, yeah, and I think Lloyd's counter is just push, and Snark has so many tanks. Siege choppers going at the battle lab. Needs some more IFV. Oh, it's not that many siege choppers. I've seen games in Quick Match where people are building 200 siege choppers a game. Eagles around the backside, gonna take out the. Oh, they hover. Little stutter step. He baits the. Oh, that was sick. That was sick. He stutter steps, baits the force shield topside, then goes bottom side and grabs the IFC. I love that. I don't think it's going to work, but I love the idea of it. Demo trucks? No! Demo truck! Oh! This is dangerous. Is this gonna work? Now demo truck spam here from Snark. Siege choppers on the backside still. Oh, the siege choppers went hovering in the back and then went in and grabbed that battle lab. Wow. The sauna is an expensive version of a shower? How is a really hot room an expensive version of a shower? That doesn't make any sense. The sauna championship? That's what I'm into. Competitive sauna sitting. I love that idea. Okay. What do we know here, boys? Nuke, Iron Curtain out, no super weapons. Elite IFB on the backside. Best unit in the game, boys. Best unit in the game. No anti-air in this group. Oh no, there's no anti-air. Okay, now some IFVs. Lloyd's got 5k, no Rocketeers. I think he needs some Rockies to help control the siege choppers. Snark, Eagles coming. Iron Curtain going down. Nice. Oh, and Snark missed the force shield there. So in Blitz, another difference in Blitz is ooh, the Deso Bomb does get down. That's going to be it. So this is the Blitz game mode, guys. Again, building oils instead of having ore. Units build faster, and you have all the faction bonuses. So Allied has all their faction bonuses. Soviet has all their faction bonuses. I think that's really a better version of the game, because if you don't do that, everyone just plays America versus Iraq. Maybe someone plays France. But all the other factions kind of get missed. So it's kind of fun in Blitz having the demo trucks and the Desolators. And then obviously allowing Allied to have a few extra toys as well. Dives everything. Oh, doesn't get it. Doesn't get the nuke on one tick. And the Lion left without much of an army here. It looks like Snark's going to close this one out and go on to the finals. Stick around, guys. We're running the finals right after this. Nuke is coming. Cannon out from Lloyd. Lloyd going down swinging. I love that. Oh yeah, Klaus, you know, man. You know, you don't even need a cold plunge, man. You don't even need a cold. All the water in the Netherlands is a cold plunge in the winter, huh? Yeah, I mean the real hardcore again misses the nuke. Big one, big one. Nice. Yeah, I mean the original cold plunge, you know, the sauna cold plunge culture of like Russia and Finland and Norway and Sweden. You just put the sauna right next to the lake. And then you just cut a hole in the lake in the winter, and that's it. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. Pro move, he should be shooting the ground to turn the cannon. If he doesn't do that, he's going to lose the game. If he did that, he probably would win the game. Okay, big Deso bomb coming. Lloyd gearing up the snipers. Not looking good, boys. Gunman, did you ignore my DM? I asked Gunman to come hang out with me in the chat in the stream, and he just ignores me. Doesn't say anything. Oh, if the cannon would have been turned! Smoked. Yeah, but Gunman, you could come, you know, for the finals. Come watch, come co-host. Come co-host Tim versus Snark. Don't make me hang out by myself. I flounder when I'm by myself. I've been talking about saunas and rom-coms this whole time. All right, Snark. Okay, all right, guys, this is bittersweet. Snark, that wasn't a great game. I'm not gonna lie to you. But Snark is in beast mode, and that is awesome because we are about to see a sick game. I know you guys are tired. I'm a little tired myself. Tim is a beast. Snark is in beast mode. This is gonna be a sick game. This is gonna be good. Okay. Yeah, Gunman, you have to go redeem yourself and recool. I think you'd redeem yourself by live streaming this with us. Okay. All right, guys, here we go. I'm going to play the hype song. How are you guys feeling? You guys are okay? Everyone's feeling good? I'm going to play the hype song, get the energy going. All right. Tim, the Terror. Snark, the Ninja. Wheel spin for Sam Skydive. Sam Skydive, it's up to you, buddy. Sam Skydive now rolling for 10 bucks. Sam Skydive now rolling for 15 bucks. He got the prediction right. The wheel loves him. Sam Skydive rolling for 20 bucks. The hype song. Oh, you get a metaphor. You get a metaphor. All right, Sam Skydive, tell me your favorite unit in Red Alert 2. Okay, I'm going to reset the scoreboard. We're going to get right into it, boys. Stick around. Finals happening. Tim the Terror. People, you guys are asking who Tim is? Let me tell you. What do you guys think? Huh? Get the energy going? Snark in red, Tim in yellow. All right. Here we go. It gets the people going. How do I not have a GIF of Will Ferrell saying that? Oh, I got a sick button for this too. I haven't used this button in forever. Where's that? Oh, here we go. I'm using the cool new one. Are we loading up? How are we doing? Cross your fingers, boys. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Red Alert 2 World Series Grand Finals! You guys ready for it? We're excited. I don't have anyone in here with me, so I got to get the energy going on my own. I got to hype myself up, which is much more difficult than having Snark here to hype me up. But Snark can't hype me up because he's in the Blitz pit right now in the final. Snark in red, out of Israel, bottom right, facing off against Tim the Terror in yellow, top left. Tim out of the Netherlands. The predictions are up. Type red or yellow in the chat. Every single one of you got 216 people catching this one live across YouTube and Twitch, except Klaus, who loves me so much that he's watching on both. So there's only 215 of you. Get those predictions in, guys. This is Blitz. Game mode of my own creation. Been around now for a few years. You build oil for money, and you have all the faction bonuses. So Soviet has Desolators, and demo trucks. Allied has the Eagles and snipers and all those toys. Faster game speed, non-stop action. You guys are going to love it. Again, both these guys coming off some very impressive wins to get here. We had a nice little bracket here in the Pro Division. Snark and Tim both going undefeated. This is a best of 5 to take home all the glory and all the cash. The factions are set. We have several different maps thanks to the master map maker Polye. Starting off Soviet versus Soviet, then over to Allied versus Allied, then over to Allied versus Sov versus Allied. You guys get it. Now, Snark, the ninja, strong Blitz player, been around for a while, has helped me actually create Blitz, has done most of the hard work actually. I mostly have ideas. Snark's the one who gets under the hood and makes things happen. Tim's been around forever. Tim actually, fun fact, Tim actually won a Red Alert 2 event like 20 years ago, and Westwood sent him a little golden Chrono Legionnaire as a token. Okay, battle starting. Tim right in his face. So look at Tim. Follow the turrets, boys. That's where the action's at. Shell for shell, tank for tank, and that's where you're going to see Tim excelling. Tim is more of a traditional player. This is actually his Blitz debut this month. He's been playing quick match. This is his first time playing in a tournament. He is a bona fide S-class top-level player in regular Red Alert 2, but a newer player to Blitz. So where Tim is going to excel is in these micro engagements when he's doing what he knows. Now, you expect Tim to fall behind in terms of his build, but as I say that, it's a nice stretch. He's got multiple war factories out. Obviously, Tim winning several games to get here has already proven himself. Snark, a lot more Blitz experience. Let's see if he can use that to his advantage. Now, Soviet versus Soviet, these early tank fights, this is where you expect the more traditional player to pull ahead. Rhinos versus Rhinos, good old-fashioned Red Alert 2. First game going to Tim, quick. But things are going to get interesting because when Allied gets involved, that's when Blitz really diverges from the traditional game, and that's where you expect to see Snark being able to get a leg up. But this gives you guys an idea. If you don't know who Tim is, that's why we call him the Terror. First one on the board for Tim. Okay. Hey, I was still hyping that up when Snark lost, but I stand by it. Because again, Soviet versus Soviet, that's what you expect. Now, this is where it's going to get juicy, boys. 50-50 split, 14 prediction. I like that. 50-50 split. Some of you guys predicted Snark while he was still losing. You're not voting on the game. You're voting on the series. Snark didn't even want that first one. All right, guys, now over to Allied versus Allied. Yeah, sorry, I was still getting my hype going when that game commenced. But again, so that one, Soviet versus Soviet, again, it's watch the turrets, shell for shell. And that's when those games, like in those small engagements early on, you have 10 tanks. Every single click you're giving to your tanks, to the untrained eye, it looks like you throw them in, and the dust settles, and someone gets lucky. But it's the micro that we talk about, how you move your tanks and getting all your tanks shooting. You know, if you have your tanks in a group where the back ones aren't shooting, right? So the tank positioning and then how you move them, dealing with the enemy's fodder, getting out of range of their static defenses, but most importantly, clicking down the enemy tanks. And there's an art to that, because if all your tanks are all shooting enemy tanks differently, you're going to kill them each slowly, right? And while that's happening, the enemy's shooting you. So in those low body engagements early on, clicking down the enemy tanks, really, really well done by Tim. And now Tim, AVA was supposed... Wait, what? Where are these Rockies coming from? Why does he have so many more Rocketeers than Snark? Oh, come on, Snark. Snark just played so good. And I'm in here gassing him up. And Tim... Well, hey, you love to see good Red Alert 2 in any form. I'm not playing favorites. I'll take whatever I can get. You guys are giving Tim the mushroom? Don't give Tim the mushroom. You guys should be giving Snark the crates. Don't be giving out yellow crates. Dude, Snark, this is... okay, this is surprising. AVA, I kind of thought Tim would stutter a bit. Well, that's why you call him the Terror. Snark does have an Eagle advantage here. The Eagle advantage can be pretty big if you can get in here and snipe out this AFC. Tim going GGIs to counter the... There we go. Yellow OP. Well, yellow OP works. So GGIs to counter the AFC. So Tim is delaying his Eagles, which is a bit interesting. Snark has his Eagles but not getting anything done. So because, this is interesting, because Tim is not going Eagles, Snark's, instead of throwing his Eagles to go at the AFC, he's going to get 5 out and start going at oils. Okay. Goes right into that Patriot missile. Gets an oil. Gonna lose 2 eagles. Okay, 2 eagles for an oil is good. Remember, guys, 12 total oils per game. AVA oftentimes can come down to a starvation contest. Diving on the oils is huge because players will run out. Now the naval yard for Tim. Tim on 12K. Tim double naval yard. Tim goes double naval yard. Patriot missile to defend. Destroyers now. I have no idea. Naval yard top, naval yard bottom. Another oil goes down. Tim loses his ability to build on this island now. So Tim can't expand, which can be a bit of an issue in Blitz because the oils have such big splash damage. You do want to spread out your base. I'm sorry, it sounds like I'm playing favorites for Snark. I think Snark is up against... This is a David and Goliath story right now. And I'm just kind of rooting for David because I want to see a spicy match. So I'm looking for hope wherever I can find it. Rocky, little hit and run backside. Absolute madness in the middle. Look wherever you want. You'll see something a little bit different. Disco Yuri. Perfectly timed Disco Yuri. Why does Tim have so much of everything? I can't. That cruiser doing work though. Anti-air boats do so much work. Eagles coming in. Gonna grab another oil. So Snark, so this is where you're seeing Blitz IQ a little bit higher for Snark. He knows his only chance is to take out Tim's oils. He's going to try to stay alive and take out Tim's oils. He also has a ton of anti-air, but if he loses control of the water, which I don't think he's going to do, naval yards are everywhere. Eagles coming in again, he's going to grab another oil. Tim's going to go broke, and Tim is going broke. And I like this move for Snark. He knows that blow for blow, tit for tat, he's not going to beat Tim, so he's trying to play his game, trying to play Blitz, and going at the oils. Another oil goes down. Well worth it to throw those Rockies. Tim is broke. Tim's going to continue to go broke, and Tim's only going to be able to build a few more oils. So now Snark just has to keep his head on a swivel, not let any crazy counter punches happen, and he should be okay. Again, because Tim is broke and going to be broke for a long time. Eagles coming again. Another oil going down. And a hype tank. All right, cue the guy on YouTube who says, "Hey, why don't you get rid of all the silly stuff and focus on the game?" As I say that, there's a bear giving hugs to Snark. It's about the silly stuff. You guys think this is about Red Alert 2? It's about the silly stuff. And just like that, Snark now clawing his way back into this. Now, Tim just so broke. Tim's destroyers doing work though. These destroyers shooting over cliffs is huge. It's just not gonna matter though, because he's dead broke. Tim. Oh, you love to see it. Snark did not do a single thing better that game, except recklessly throw eagles into oils. Blitz IQ, boys. Hey, don't play the game. Play your opponent. He knew that Tim, in AVA, that's pretty traditional for Blitz. You see most players just going at each other's oils in AVA. And Tim thought, hey, I'll just have a bigger army, a bigger navy, and a bigger air presence. No, Tim. You need to recklessly dive on oils. That's the name of the game. Just like that, it's 1-1, boys. All right. Tim going Sove now. Snark going Allied. Golden Knight likes the silly stuff. I like that. Good. Thank you, Golden Knight. Okay. Well, okay, over to point number 3 now. Now we get our Allied versus Soviet action coming here. Snark going Allied first, Tim going Soviet first. And we'll play this same map twice, so it'll be perfectly even. with the Allied versus Soviet. Yeah, so I've said before, I'll say it again because it's one of my favorite metaphors. And you guys know I love those. But there's a few different ways to siege a castle. And one of those is starving out your opponent. And I like Snark. Snark just getting abused across the map, but just recklessly throwing eagles to take out oils. Hey, this is the finals, boys. Take the wins however you can get them. So Snark now out with Allied. Now Snark's kind of a fun Allied player. He'll do all sorts of wacky different stuff with Chrono Legionnaires and BFs. But I don't know. I don't see that happening in this game because, like, we're going to see Tim on his doorstep immediately. And in these low body early situations, this is where Tim's going to find his advantages. Again, watch the tanks, watch the turrets. You see there, so running away from the eagle, making the eagle miss. Every little hit matters early on here. And the base stretch with the forward flat cannon. Get his anti-air right in Snark's face. I like that. Oh, and goes right into that flat cannon. Not a great move. Loses his eagle. He's trying to chip away at the rhinos, but that flat cannon maybe just a bit unexpected. It's a weird move from Tim, but I like it. Okay, now Tim over to his second war factory. Nice build here. Both players managing their economy nicely, but defensive paradrop now for Stark. I think it's a little bit tough. You know, the defensive paradrops are nice, but it's just so important. You know, the Allied player, it can be so tempting to say like, oh, I'm staying alive, I'm going to build a bunch of pillboxes and play defensive. But if you don't get some sort of offensive presence, we've talked about this before, every war factory that's built, and it obviously increases the tank build speed. And once the Soviet player hits like 5 war factories, it can be really, really tough. But the Mirage tanks are out. That'll force Tim to take a second to collect himself, more than likely to get some Desolators in the fight. That's actually, it's really crazy. By far, the 2 questions I get every day on my YouTube comments. Why so many war factories, and why the dogs? The dogs are annoying. It's just such a silly thing. Ooh, Snark, buddy. Oh, God. Oh, ugh, yuck. Oof. Oh, ugh, ugh, ugh. Oh, now all of his Mirages are wounded. This could be the beginning of the end. Oh, yikes. And yeah, again, yeah, that's just scary. And again, you know, if you looked at when the Blitz kind of melts away and it becomes regular Red Alert 2, well, Tim is top 5. Yeah, and that's just what you're seeing there. Yeah, I'm not sure how I don't know what you can bust out, especially on these big open map like this, right? On some smaller map, you know, maybe you could turtle a little bit, try some kind of unexpected Blitz shenanigans, but on a map this big, open field, tank for tank, tough. I'm not sure what Snark's gonna be able to do here. Okay, so I it's funny, guys. If you guys see my mental gears spinning right now, I'm trying to think of how Snark could win this. And again, it's it really speaks to well, again, Tim. You know, some people say Blitz is so different, and in some ways it is. But once the players learn their build orders, and they can start kind of bringing out their traditional skills, you see that here. But this is pretty exciting to see Tim making noise like this, because now it's got me thinking. You know, Kian's kind of stepped away from the game. Some of these other top level guys haven't been as active lately, so it's kind of exciting to have Tim dominating at this level right now, because now it's got me thinking like Tim I think could hang with Legend. Tim could probably hang with Osama, and it'll be interesting because Luke Z Actually, Osama won last month. Osama beat Luke Z. Osama and Luke Z kind of the top guys right now. We're going to have to get Tim in here for some. Get Marco, get Osama, get Luke Z, get Legend. Yeah, and see how Tim fares with those guys. Tim definitely proving himself right now. But that doesn't mean I'm counting Snark out. Let's see what Snark can do. Shaking and baking. The dogs are out. The rhinos are out. And I love it. It'd be so tempting to try to turtle back and do something wacky. But Snark taking the fight to Tim. You love to see it. Dogs and fodder the old-fashioned way. Let's go, boys. Let's go, boys. Going at the power plant. Love that. Oh, and Zedo. Forgot about you, Zed. And Zed. Zed's up there, too. Zed. I forgot about Marco. I feel like Marco hasn't really been around lately. Legend and Marco, I feel like, are slowly getting bored of the game. Zed will never be bored of the game. I'm surprised Osama beat Luke Z last month. I missed that game. All right, here we go. Snark dividing the field, going to work. Let's go, boys. The hype is real. Come on, Snark. Give us the barn burner we all want. The BFs are out. The BFs are getting loaded up with snipers. And the window of opportunity for Snark here is rapidly closing as Tim gets geared up with his BFs and his Battle Lab tech. But Snark splitting things up. He's contained Tim to a nutshell. Tim's dead broke. What do we know, boys? Grand Cannon in the base. Oh. Okay, that oil's a nice hit. Dives on the War Factory. Oh my gosh, dude, Snark. I am so stressed out for Snark right now because he knows, you know, I think honestly in some ways playing behind, playing defensive, when you're down, it's like, okay, I only have one chance. That's a little bit easier mentally. I think being up, having map control, and knowing you have a chance, this can be the toughest. This is what paralyzes players in many situations because he knows he still has to continue this dance. He still has to do everything perfectly. He knows he can still blunder this position. He gets in, grabs the battle lap, nice little yo-yo action, high and low. I'm so stressed out for Snark right now, even though he's up 5 War Factories to 1. And obviously, that tells you what I think of Tim at this point. Tim now has the GG eyes on the back. Okay, Snark's got this, right? Surely Snark cannot blow this. Goes at the oil. He's not going to get it. He blows his topside army. Okay, he has a billion tanks. What do you guys think? Surely Snark's taking this one home. Tim's broke. Yeah, Balth says, okay. It is best of 5, boys. If Snark takes this one home, we are going to the finals, which would be kind of incredible because I feel like Snark has just been absolutely getting curb stomped all day, but somehow he is a couple good moves away from tying up this game and bringing us to match point. Tim's dead broke, and Snark harassing Tim's economy is how he's won his last game and maybe how he's going to win this one. And Tim, he knows he can't just sit back. He needs an offensive presence, so he brings out the Chronosphere. I love that. Chronosphere is out, and that cost him a lot of money, but it's... Oh, and he's going to get another oil. Look at this high-low split. 2 more oils go down. Now Snark just needs to make sure he doesn't get counter-punched. Okay, and an Iron Curtain coming. That's it, boys. Wow. I thought for sure Snark was going to blow that. But, yeah, you guys kind of see like I talked about, those scary War Factory numbers. 5 War Factories. The door barely closes. Look at the door on this thing. Barely closes. Wow. All right. Tim has to sell the MCV, and that's going to be it. Wow. I don't know how. Yeah. I think that map, you know, in hindsight, that's a pretty Soviet favored map, the big open one like that. Usually in Blitz the maps are smaller. That definitely seems like a Soviet map. Wow. Okay, Snark. We're burning barns, boys. We're burning barns. Final map, Cloud 9. It all comes down to this. You love to see it, man. Good day like this, good action, and it all comes down to this. Oh, I like this map. Cool.
Oh my God, what a barn burner, boys.
The perfectly timed barn burner. Apple drop with the sub. Thanks, buddy. All right. Tim going Soviet. Snark going Allied? No, Snark. Well, yeah, I guess he kind of has to. I think he has to go. All right, guys, this is it. We're burning. Oh, I got a button. Where's my button? I didn't push the barn burner button. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Barn burner? Did the button? There it is. There's the dragon. God, you guys were gonna freak out if I didn't hit that on. That's the whole reason you guys are here. We're officially burning barns here in the finals. It's 2-2 winner. This takes home the pro finals. And a quick reminder, guys, redalert2.com is the place to be. Tell your friends, tell your family. You can learn how to join the download the game, play the game. You can join the Discord, connect with the players, to connect with the community, catch up on the drama, talk shit. You can also donate. All the money that comes into the stream goes back into the tournaments, goes back to the players, helps me keep the action rolling around here. You can also buy my comic book. I made a Red Alert 2 comic book. Yuri and Tanya Fall in Love. It's a whole thing. Rhino on the doorsteps already here. We're on the Cloud 9 map, brought to you by Polye, the master map maker. Snark going Allied, Tim going Soviet. And I think it's tempting to say here, we've seen Tim Soviet, how scary it is. Why doesn't Snark match him? And I don't think Rhino for Rhino's not going to work. You know, you're going at Goliath, you don't bring a sword. You don't sword fight Goliath. You try to bring a slingshot. And Allied does have some wacky tactics that can be pulled out. Snark's going to need to do every single thing perfectly. He's going to need to get a little bit lucky, and he's going to need Tim to make some mistakes. And again, throws the eagle into the flat cannon. So rough. That early flat cannon, perfect placement there from Tim. Tough. But again, winner of this, taking it all home, boys. See what we can get. Finishing up a good stream here today. Thanks for all you guys for hanging out, the positive energy, keeping the things going around here. Been a fun day so far. Conscript's now coming in for the Rhinos. That's a big part of Blitz, is the Conscript's defensive paradrop. Snark's got his AFC out. Let's see if he can get a sniper in this fight. He's going to bring out dogs instead. Doesn't have time for the snipers. And Snark going broke. This is razor-thin margins right now. Snark, one misclick with his Grizzlies are going to melt to these Rhinos. Snark needs to get his economy underneath him there. And it's so tough, you know, you got money, you know, you spend your savings account on dogs, you go broke. If he didn't do it, he would have lost. He had to do it, but now does get his economy underneath, another oil out. Love to see him get a sniper in the fight. Desolator's going to start causing some issues for him here. Oof. My armpits are a disaster, boys. My armpits are a disaster. Rhino's coming. The storm's coming. Another pillbox comes out. Sniper IFVs. The sniper IFVs are in the fight. Will it be enough? Come on, Snark. Hold the rope, buddy. Hold the rope. Oh, it's so many Rhinos. Snark throwing his dogs in front. Oh, Tim taking the higher ground. Very nice move. Snark tries to dive. The Desolators are out. The Desolators cut off Tim as well, though. Tim on this backside is scary. Once he's up there, can he shoot these buildings? I think the answer is yes, and that is not good news here for Snark. Snark cannot push up this cliff. Oh, and the Rhinos now on the backside. The GIs are out of position. The Mirage tank's out. Snark. Oh my god. Wow. Dude, Tim is a beast. Tim is an absolute beast. I'm so glad I'm not Snark right now. Does Snark hold? No. No. Wow. That was beautiful from Tim, getting on the top of that cliff, using that backdoor route. As a map maker, when you make these little backdoor alleys and features like that, you hope, you stay up late at night having dreams about players executing attacks like that. Absolutely beautiful from Tim. And somehow, Snark's alive. Okay, I'd say odds right now, if there was a spread, if you were going to bet on Snark, I would say if you bet $1 that Snark will win, you should get 100. It's about 100 to 1 odds. Now, there's one thing going for Snark right now. Tim has gone tech instead of war factories. So Tim only has 2 war factories. Takes out 1 Rhino, loses both Eagles. Luckily, those Eagles understood the assignment. They crashed right into those Rhinos. Now that one's smoking. Yeah, this is called Total War. Wait, what's it called? Total War? What's it called when all the children and the women get armed and everyone goes to battle? Total war? That doesn't sound, that sounds a bit anticlimactic. There's a word for that though, when instead of just fighting age males, you then you call out everyone. It's like in Enemy at the Gates when the Russian soldiers say, 2 men grab 1 rifle. When 1 man falls, grab his rifle and continue to march. Snark's Rocketeers go on a recon mission, get nothing done. Defensive paradrop, holding the line in the backside. Eagles are out. Okay, Zed. Okay, Zed's calling it for Snark. He needs a Grand Cannon and Prism Towers everywhere. Right now, if we gave Snark 5 Prism Towers, could he win this game? No, it's not all-out war. There's a specific word for it. The BFs are out. The Iron Curtain's coming. Okay, he has his battle lab, so he can force shield, and Snark sends it downfield. Love that. Battle lab goes down. Now it does not have a force shield. Base trade. Hey, Snark will take a base trade. We'll take base trades all day. All right, Snark. He's got the BFs. Time to go to work. No, the BFs all get split. Did he do that on purpose? I don't think so. Ah! The Rockies doing work. I'm calling this one for Snark. I'm calling this one for Snark. BF doing work on the right side. Rockies going left. What do we know, boys? Paradrop in the back. That nuke's going down. That nuke doesn't stand a chance. The BF doing work. The Rockies doing work. Yes. He doesn't. He takes the war factory. Let's go, boys. All right, now I got bad news for you, Snark believers. Snark does not have a war factory. I'll tell you what, crazier things have happened. No, I don't think they have. Hey, I'll tell you what, hell of a fight. Hell of a fight.
Are you not entertained?
Wow. And Tim the Terror taking it home, ladies and gentlemen. Wow.
Don't be scared.
They said Tim wouldn't come back. He came back, and I'm worried about it. Excuse me. Okay. Yeah. That was the closest blowout I've ever seen. Because it was kind of amazing because Snark was just getting like every individual thing that happened, Snark was getting curb stomped. But then when it all came down to it, it was a spicy barn burner. That was like, Snark had to really dig deep on that one. But yeah, anyway, obviously huge credit to Tim. Tim's a beast. I'm really excited to get Tim in here versus some of these masterclass Blitz players. See how he can fare versus Osama, Luke, Zed, Legend, Marco, some of those guys. But really well played by both those guys. Oof. Wow. That would have been, if Snark would have came back there. You know, it's funny. I heard there was this study on dopamine in gambling addicts, and it's interesting because what they said is that if you measure dopamine, which is obviously, like, dopamine is what's responsible for, you know, impulsive behavior and addiction and things like that. And when you look at a gambling addict, like the kind of person who will sell his house to continue gambling and lose everything, right? If you look at him versus a normal person, when they win, they both get the same amount of dopamine. So gambling addicts and regular people, when they hit the jackpot, they get equally excited. But the difference is that a gambling addict gets dopamine spikes when he loses. So when you lose, the gambling addict is like getting hyped up, like, oh, I can make a comeback, or oh, I was so close. And I thought that was a kind of an interesting breakdown of it because I really feel that as a barn burner Red Alert 2 exciting game addict. It's like it's the games that are about to be blowouts, the games that aren't great, the games that don't go good, that get me kind of excited about like, wait, if Tim's this good, what does that mean? And it's like Snark there. I'm like, in that final match, I'm thinking, listen, Snark is going to lose this. But that means if Snark were to win this game, it would be the craziest comeback of all time. Yeah, so anyway, that gives you guys an idea of where my dopamine levels are at. Because it's spicy ones like that that can make for some crazy games. All right, my brain's melted. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. It's been 3 hours, boys. Heck of a day, heck of a day, heck of a day. Let's run one free for all. Let's see if we can do it. Tim, are you still here? Is Snark here? Zed's here. Let's get Zed, Tim, and Snark. 3 top level guys, 1v1v1 free for all to end the day. Can we pull this off? What do you think? Am I getting cocky now? I feel like we should just leave. I feel like we should just count our losses and leave. Snark's coming. Predictions. Let's see who believed in Tim. Whitechapel. All right, 1 free for all to end the day, boys. One free for all to end the day. You win nothing. Sorry, Whitechapel. You fought hard, buddy. And Bearer, I like Bearer. Bearer's been chilling for 3 hours. Like, all right, let him cook. Let's see what it's all about. And at the very end of the stream, he drops the prime. I love that. Thanks, buddy. Snark's here. Zed's coming. See if we can get Tim in here. All right, we got Zed, we got Snark. Tim? Tim's coming. All right. So we got these spicy new free-for-all maps that I'm excited about. I want to run a couple. We might do a full free-for-all event one day. Which one do we want to see? I think we go with Loop. Zed's here, Snark's here, Tim coming. Finishing the day strong, boys. 1 free for all. All right. Here we go, boys. Here we go. Finishing it strong. 1 free for all. Oh, yeah. Okay, all right, Snark. Oh, yeah, okay, Poya, good idea. I'm so sweaty right now. Okay, all right, let's go. Oh, it's 100 degrees in this room right now. Okay. Finishing the day
Warning,
strong, boys.
Psychic Dominator detected.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Finishing it strong.
Tech building.
Loading up. Red Alert 2 World Series Pro Division Free-for-All 1v1v1. We got Tim the Terror in red, bottom left. We got Snark, the ninja, bottom right. And Zed, the owl, the Algerian warrior. He's in between names right now. Green, top. And the Polier 1v1v1 map that he put together for us. I'm going to do a little free-for-all event maybe one day. It's tough. Free-for-all is tricky. There's a lot of drama. If you do an event, you have a cash prize, you'll have players kind of teaming up, making truces. People get really upset in free-for-all. But it's a spicy way to kind of do things in between. It's like you're at the rodeo and they bring the clowns out to make noise and distract you. That's what free-for-all is all about here. So 3 top-level players. Let's see what happens. Now, the only thing to keep in mind with this map, the Psychic Dominator has the timer cut in half. So instead of about 2 real minutes, it's 1 minute. So the Psychic Dominator is juicy, but 1v1v1 is interesting because no one wants to pick on someone first. Because as soon as you pick on someone, you're going to get backdoored and you're going to make an enemy. So it's a little bit tricky. I think the big move obviously is getting the Psychic Dominator, but when you get the Psychic Dominator, you also put a target on your back. Everyone's going to want to go at you. Snark understands the assignment. He wants the target on his back. He's going to go right for the Psychic Dominator. Zed building towards the center here. If you look at these bumps, those are all meant so you can't build right in a certain zone. And Snark going right at Zed. Tim sitting back. Ooh, and Snark engaging in that pillbox zone a bit too long. So now Snark has the Psychic Dominator, and now Zed has to counter this because he knows he's going to get blasted with it. And Tim is perfectly content sitting back, sharpening his battle axe. I'm not sure if Naval should probably be off on this map because only 2 players can attack. Polier, is Naval off on this map? Oh, Zed has the engineer. Don't let him get it, Snark. No. Oh, Snark lost it. And Zed now with the Grand Cannon. Oh, so there's no Naval on this map. And now, oh, Zed's low power. His cannon. That engineer surely. Oh, Tim just got that? Zed was low power, so his cannon wasn't shooting. And so now we're playing hot potato with the Psychic Dominator. Hot potato with the Psychic Dominator. Tim. V3 rockets. Okay, fun. Zed gonna steal it back now. Okay. V3 rockets to take out I love that. I love V3 rockets. And you guys say that they don't use enough units. Look at all these units. There's flak troopers. There's V3 rockets. Tim's got all the toys out. He's also got a spy satellite and a chronosphere. Okay, so nothing too crazy. You know what? I think Polier, I think Snark's right. I think the middle should be a hill, and there should be a crate on the top. And it should give you a crate that gives you a single-use nuke. Although, I don't know. Holding the center is pretty fun. Holding the Psychic Dominator is pretty cool. Like, Zed worked hard for this. Kirov's coming out. Snark's got some money, too. Oh, the Kirov's doing work. Dude, Tim is chilling. Tim's pretending like he's Switzerland. He's not. Tim is about to kill everybody. Oh my god, the GGI IVs. GGI IVs are juicy, man. The problem is, Zed, I think, is going to win this game. Both Tim and Snark need to team up on Zed, or they're just going to sit back and just eat Psychic Dominators until the game ends. Oh, Snark going to try to heist. Snark's doing a heist. Oh, it's so close. Zed, it's ready. Zed hasn't used it yet. Why didn't he take it? Oh! Wait. Snark stole the Psychic Dominator before Zed could use it. Zed was up there in chat talking to Tim. Zed was up there talking to Tim. Zed takes the Psychic Dominator back. Alright, here's the thing, Polier. I think we reduce the timer even more. I think we put the Psychic Dominator timer at like 1 minute. Wait, okay, 30 seconds. And it should be like, if you're not in the middle banging for the Dominator, you're dead. You can't sit back and camp. Snark putting this whole game on his back. He's attacking both people at the same time. I love that. Not going to get the MCV, not going to get anything on the top side, but I love Snark's enthusiasm. Enthusiasm matters. Oh, you guys, did you see that? Snark had like 8 Desolators about to wreck. The one oil took them all out. And just like that, that's what Snark gets for being aggressive. You know what? I don't know what to do about this. I don't want to reward the campers. I don't want to reward the peacemakers. I want to reward aggression in free-for-all, and I'm not sure exactly how to do that. Oh, Tim with the nasty Chronosphere drops the BFs right in Zed's business, and tell you, I don't love it. I don't want Tim to win that. Yeah, you're right, Polye. The problem with free-for-all is camping and rivalries. But a couple of clever game designers like ourselves, I feel like we could overcome it. I think a crate in the middle that gives a single nuke, at least then you could not camp. Because in this game, Tim was able to camp because Zed and Snark just countered the Dominator. Snark's... Oh, wait, Gunman said that. I thought Polye said that. Yeah, FFA is tough. FFA is tough. Crate in the middle. Crate in the middle gives a single-use nuke. That's the secret. Snark goes down swinging. The elite BF. Nasty. Tim. Yeah, he was in the chat. He was talking. He was too busy talking to Tim. If he would have used that Dominator, that could have... Well, I think either way, Tim would have won. But... All right, guys. Yeah, if Zed could have gotten that Dominator off a couple times. There's no way to code that. There's a few things that you just can't code. Like, it'd be nice if the, for example, it'd be nice if the super weapon timer didn't reset when someone else captured it. That'd be kind of sick, but we don't have a way to code that. Wow. I am exhausted. I'm incredibly sweaty. My brain hurts. But thanks for hanging out, guys. A lot of players, a lot of good games today. That was a fun one. I'm going to hop out of here. I think I'll be around this month for a few more streams. Get some more action rolling. I want to see Tim. Take on some of the top level Blitz guys for sure. And I want to see some more fight clubs, man. I love getting 5 guys in for regular Red Alert 2. Those always make for some fun games. Okay, any of you guys who won money today? A couple of you guys won money. Let me know. I'm going to forget. So message me. Message me on Discord. All right, GG's. I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for hanging out, guys.